need a pilot.
I haven't even remotely seen that. I might have to make a few edits to make the music louder, but I'll do that later. I have a new editing software I want to test out, but I like that. I like that.
Oh my gosh. I still need to see that fucking movie.
What movie?
The old picture of me.
Flight Risk.
The old picture of
Honestly,
me.
yeah, that movie's more boring than anything. A few funny parts, but mostly a slog.
You know, that's exactly what I expected.
I'm only gonna watch that movie if I'm feeling like I need to watch something really, really fucking stupid. So it will come. It will come to me. I mean, my God. But in terms of we got going on here before before we begin, I have a little bit of housekeeping I have to do. I don't know if has this news been public? I don't know if this is public, but I will let you know. Due to personal matters, Tom is no longer on the show. Now, don't worry, there's no beef going on between us. You know, we're still good. We're still good, but he decided Sunday to step away from the show. That's why you didn't see him in the intro. That's why the intro had to be edited in the first place. But we wish him great success on any future endeavors, and he was a great part of the show. I mean, he helped save this show when it was just at the bottom of the toilet in November.
Thanks, Victor.
Huh?
It was all Chayton's fault. No, I'm kidding.
No, well, I'll tell you all a secret. I wasn't originally supposed to be on here. I was supposed to be on here this week. Of course, I missed, we had to postpone last week.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to be on here. And then it was due to work. Well, my work schedule changed, so I was more free. I was going to go on vacation from YouTube for a week. That didn't last because I was like, okay, I'm like David said, okay, your days have changed. All right. So I was like, all right, fine. But I was like, I still am not going to be on the shows just because I want to stick to my work. Then everything happened with Tom, and no disrespect to Tom, but after that, I was like, well, fuck, I got to be on here because what if Jared wasn't on here?
And that's funny because it actually ended up being that way because I don't know when he's going to leave, but he's going to have to leave early today.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if I thought I didn't want this show to be postponed another week.
I didn't want that to happen either. I mean, if it went on with just me and Soren doing Star Trek Into Darkness, I bet you it would be a fucking disaster. I bet you $10.
Yeah, so at that point, I was like, okay, the Hangman Outcast is not coming out. It's not going to be tomorrow. That's going to be next Wednesday. I've got a feeling. And the feeling of Jesus in me that I'm going to save a poor soul. I've been watching The Righteous Gemstones recently. I'm fucking loving that show. Shout out to Dan for recommendation.
What did I need to?
Has anybody seen The Righteous Gemstones? No?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I've seen the first couple of episodes.
I can't believe David Gordon Green actually did something good for once.
Oh, you said
that's an awesome show.
No, Halloween Edge will always be shit. It will always be shit.
Amen.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
Hey, Victor, let's talk about the edited trailer.
I just watched that.
No, fuck that shit.
Hopefully better than Bo is boring.
Oh, he thought it was boring. You see, I don't even have to watch this damn trailer. I'm fucking sick of Ari Aster.
Jared, what was your thoughts on the trailer?
I thought it looked hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious in a certain point of view.
Split. And you haven't even seen the trailer, Victor, so you shut your whole mouth there. So yeah.
And it got divisive reviews at Cannes. And then again, Cannes is not trustworthy anymore. After what
exactly. Don't be like David and say that Happy Gilmore's greatest achievement was a Razzie.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, I wouldn't have the audacity to say that, but I'm talking about can't is fucking scam. And the past couple of years, especially last year, they shot on Elemental, which I will never forgive them for, even though it got good reviews outside of that.
What movie?
Elemental.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What the same Disney or Pixar movie they've been making for 5 years now?
They always make different movies. You know, I know who makes the same movie every 5 years? Illumination. I mean,
Michael Bay.
But yeah, there's a lot I need to cover. Since we've been off for 2 weeks, but the first thing I want to do is very, very simple. If you know me, you knew this was coming. Zaslav, I have another bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers Discovery is now being split up again. This is the first time since the AOL. No, this is the third time. Because I think about AOL Time Warner, that failed, and then the AT&T merger, which bled into Warner Brothers Discovery, and now we're splitting apart again. And they're being separated between streaming and studios, which is pretty much the Warner Brothers studio. It's going to be all the HBO channels, HBO Max, as it's soon to be renamed, and then everything else will be labeled as global networks, which will include TNT, TBS, Cartoon Network, Discovery, CNN, etc.
It's almost as if
wonder where
it's
that
Warner
split
Brothers
has been when Cartoon Network has gone down the shitter.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jared.
It's almost as if it's Warner Brothers and Discovery yet again, like it was before.
And the worst part is, Zaslav is still under the movie and TV division.
It's just like, come on, this is absolutely just ridiculous. I mean, to the point,
and desperate.
This is desperation. Oh, when we want to make money, I'm just like, you're saying that Warner is in a healthy state, yet they're bleeding money, and especially with the cable channels, they're bleeding money because Cartoon Network, they got diddly fucking squat because they gave Adult Swim the 5 p.m. time slot, and then with everything else, you have TNT losing the NBA, and the cable channels pretty much being dead because all they can air now, TBS and TNT, are sports like the MLB, tennis, hockey, and everything else they can air are movies and reruns of Supernatural and Charmed.
Hey, what's wrong with Supernatural and Charmed?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but those shows have been off the air for quite a while.
That is
true. But it's like USA with Law and Order SVU.
So you have a point. Point. But
and their monk marathons.
Oh yeah, Monk, Psych. Like where else am I going to get my reruns? If I
don't... FX used to do reruns. They don't do that anymore. They only focus on their damn movies and the shows that they have. Speaking of which, Alien Earth looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks fucking great.
It looks better than Romulus. Shut the fuck up.
It doesn't look as good as Eddington. You shut your whole mouth.
Oh, you know what looks better than Eddington? Wicked for Good.
I didn't watch that trailer. I don't watch garbage.
You don't watch garbage? But maybe one of these days we're gonna have to make you watch garbage. Oh wait, we already do sometimes make you watch garbage.
And you know what the funny thing is about
I have to look at you every time, Victor. So like you're the epitome of looking at garbage.
Go ahead, Soren.
And you know the funny thing involving Wicked for Good, months before the trailer has been released, I've already seen AI covers of the Wicked for Good songs, like No Good D and For Good. Like
No Good D, that was a very shitty movie.
You know, you could just wait a few months. You could just wait a few months for Ariana and Cynthia to sing them for real.
But yeah, it looks very, very, very good. Oh, by the way, Hunter, I have seen Killer of Killers. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. Trust me, I have a lot to cover. It's been 2 weeks. I've seen Killer of Killers already. I saw it on Saturday.
You know what's funny? I was supposed to watch fucking Ballerina and Dangerous Animals today, but
I heard a lot about this Dangerous Animals movie. Apparently, people are saying it's like one of the best shark movies in years.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow for sure. If something else comes up, I'm not gonna watch it after that because I'll think it's cursed.
That's the Jai Courtney movie,
Yeah,
right?
Jai Courtney. That's what I'm concerned. Jai Courtney, he curses everything, doesn't he?
I've seen trailers.
Hey, he's
of it
good in
and
the
stuff,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he is.
and that's what I think. I think Jai Courtney is best when he is just being Jai Courtney and just being fucking insane. Maybe he just needs to play himself.
Yeah, but it's pretty crazy. Then again, the last great shark movie was probably The Shallows. I mean, that was almost 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, with everybody's favorite Blake Lively.
And again, Justin Baldoni is just about to blame. I'm sorry, they're both in the wrong. Both of them need to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, no, like nobody's the same.
Come on.
Wait, see. Disney has agreed to pay Comcast $438.
Well, it's about time because Comcast launched Peacock around pandemic time was when Peacock launched.
Yep.
So they don't need Hulu anymore. Come on, they don't need Hulu anymore, especially considering Peacock has the NBA now, and they can make money off of that. Although, to be fair, speaking of Peacock and torture, Love Island came back, and my sisters are watching it, and I fucking can't I say this every season whenever the show is on. I've said it for about maybe 2.5 years. I freaking can't stand that damn show. I don't know why it has a following. And believe it or not, that show made Peacock crash when it premiered last week. Crashed.
After we get done with this show, you want to watch Love Island?
Oh, hell no. I'm going to make you watch Wicked. It's still on Peacock.
I'll watch Love Island with you. Don't worry.
Let's see. Morgan's been watching, well, not as recently, but she started watching the old show, Wife Swap.
Oh, God, Wife Swap. I remember that. You know why? You know why I remember Wife Swap? Because believe it or not, Lost aired before Wife Swap in its first season. Yeah, Lost, and then you go to Wife Swap.
That's hilarious.
Luckily, they changed that after the first season.
Gotta take a drink.
We'll watch it once we get off the screen.
By the way, there's going to be a lot of Lost references considering what we're reviewing tonight, so I wore the shirt just in case. But yeah, Warner, you're a joke. You're an absolute joke. I mean, they're saying, oh, look, we made money off of Minecraft. We made money off of Sinners. And now you're splitting your company? Oh, Superman's going to save... Oh, speaking of which, Superman. I'm not going to diss on Superman, but I'm going to diss on Warner for a minute. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Apparently, reported budget for Superman is over $300 million.
That's just rumors.
Apparently, here's the problem, though. James Gunn initially said it was false, but then the Hollywood Reporter came out with an article about a day later confirming it was pretty much confirming it was written. If Hollywood Reporter is saying that, more than likely it's real.
Well, then again, I'm looking at the Wikipedia article, and it says 225 million.
That was the initial estimated budget, but again, like that's what I've heard. That in terms of that saga, I don't know which is true or which is the supposed budget is $363.8 million. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if that seems real or not. Man, I don't know.
If Hollywood Reporter is saying is real, I don't. Remember, it's not like some Screen Rant. If it was fucking Screen Rant, I wouldn't believe it for a second. But like, oh my God, Fantastic Four was cheaper than this.
Well, then again, box office predictions are up off the roof to the point where Fandango flat out crashed.
For Superman or Fantastic Four?
Superman.
Do you think Fantastic Four is going to make its money back? I don't buy
for the pre-show for Amazon Prime subscribers alone.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I think this movie will do well.
But here's the thing.
They wouldn't do something like that if they weren't confident in the movie. They did that with
at the same time, I'm going to repeat something that Shane said a while ago. Warner Brothers needs to focus on not how much money they're going to make. They need to focus on the goodwill of the movie. They cannot be focusing on making $1 billion, $2 billion. You need to focus on the good faith.
That has that's what's been getting them into trouble and everything, because the whole reason why one of the reasons that Batman v Superman even happened was they were fast tracking to get to those billions of dollars because of what Marvel was doing at that point in time. And what did it end up doing? It made the exact same amount of money as Man of Steel.
You're right back.
Yeah, pretty much around
Slightly more.
$300 million, if memory serves me correctly. But Warner needs to focus. Yeah, they need to focus on making a good movie. And the reason, and also here's the thing about Sinners. That why it made, or partially why it was successful. One, it was the word of mouth. I'm going to review the movie later, but without getting into specifics, I think also what also happened with the confidence of the movie that they needed for it to do well is because Ryan Coogler apparently wanted part of the profits because he forego a salary to take he pulled the Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is known for doing this, for pretty much eliminating a salary and pretty much taking the back end. And he did the exact same thing. And look at that. It's like the second highest grossing movie of the year worldwide. Well, not worldwide. That would be that Chinese movie. But I'm talking about domestically, second highest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just come on now. Come on, guys.
And Ryan Coogler owns his movie.
Yeah, in 25 years, he gets the full rights back to the movie. If it bombs or something like that. So, I don't remember the exact rules.
Yeah, but I'm not totally sure. I just saw an article and read 2 sentences from it.
But yeah, if the budget is $363 million, they're going to need to make $900 million just to break even if we're going to count marketing.
The Wikipedia says 500 to 700 million. So,
but I know, but there's already marketing. There's a marketing push for Superman. I've seen advertisements about dog food featuring crypto. I forget the name of the dog food.
Honestly, I've been really loving a lot of the marketing so far for Superman.
I mean, so I think they need to focus on focus on trying to make it a good movie rather than, this is going to make money. This is going to make money. This is going to make money. Because frankly, remember, even if it made money, they're still going to have to go head to head with Fantastic Four because it comes out, I think, 2 or 3 weeks later. And I don't know how well Fantastic Four is going to do. I don't know. I think it might make money. But if it bombs, this is the last chance for the MCU because Thunderbolts bombed, Brave New World underperformed. This is their last chance. Yes, I know they delayed. We didn't talk about this because we were off, but they delayed
both Avengers movies.
Both of them. And now I'm happy Star Wars is back in May. Right where it fucking belongs. May. Not December. None of that shit. I'm happy it's in May. And also, Mandalorian Grogu is going to make more money automatically because there is no Avengers movie to back it up. I mean, and all they would need to worry about is making it good. I mean, I'm looking forward to Mando and Grogu. I'm looking forward to Starfighter.
And they've been saying that, with Mandalorian and Grogu, it's there's no plans for a sequel unless it makes money.
That's the right thing to do.
Yep.
And also, I feel too that especially considering the debacle known as season 3 of The Mandalorian, I think it's better that Mando becomes a movie franchise instead of continuing with the show because it could be more focused on Mando rather than introduce this and then throw it in the trash. Introduce this and throw it in the trash. That's pretty much season 3 in a nutshell. Introduce this, throw it in the trash. But yeah, hopefully that works out well. Starfighter, I'm interested in because people give Sean Levy a bunch of crap, and I don't understand why. Sean Levy, remember, he made Deadpool and Wolverine last year, and it made a gangbuster amount of money, and people still don't trust him. I mean, look at Free Guy. Look at Real Steel.
The museum movies.
Things. Look on and the Night at the Museum. Yeah, I know GTA 6. Yeah, I get it, but isn't GTA 6 coming out on a Tuesday? And then Mandalorian Grogu comes out on a Friday. Plus, they're two completely different industries. I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to make gangbuster money. I'm going to be pre-ordering that shit when the thing comes up. I mean, everybody's going to play GTA 6. Everybody will. But
Fuck GTA 6, Resident Evil 9, baby, bitches.
Oh,
I don't play video games. So
I did see that trailer. For
Yeah,
I
like,
didn't even know that was
Requiem.
supposed to be 9. I thought that was like some spin-off or something.
No, you even watch the trailer? Because
They flashed the
I don't
9 on the
watch-
screen.
I don't watch Summer Game Fest. I don't watch that shit. People
Honestly, for the most part, Summer Games Fest was kind of lame.
I just wait for. I don't even watch the actual thing. I just watch the trailer. Trailers when they get popped up.
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube.
the 007 video game with young Dexter as the lead from
Yep.
New
Yeah,
York.
that does look good actually. So
Apparently, he has the book accurate scar on his face, so that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff, and then Legend of Zelda got delayed, and then the whole. Oh my god, I don't even want to get into the casting rumor about Zelda. I mean, my god, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. She looks the part, okay?
Yeah, like 100%.
She looks the part. She looks like a fucking elf.
Also, I've been seeing what's his face from Black Phone and
How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon. Like casting rumors for him as Link.
Well, yeah, Black Phone 2. Speaking of that, I don't care about the Black Phone 2. I really don't care. I didn't even like the first one.
See, I really like the first one, and I'm liking the vibe of the second movie.
And how are they even going to bring fucking the guy back from the dead? How are they going to bring Ethan Hawke back from the dead? I mean, come on now. He died in the first movie.
Somehow the Black Phone returned.
Don't give me that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But yeah. Oh, I was talking about how I got a bunch of shitty trailers when I went to go see Final Reckoning. I got the Smurfs trailer, guys, and this is first. I saw this first. This is the first time I saw any footage from Smurfs. My God, does it look terrible? Like how did that get?
It looks
past?
like Cancer Incarnate.
No, like the animation looks unfinished. It looks like it looks like a $2 buck version of the Smurfs. I mean, and then Rihanna as Smurfette, she's not even pretending to be Smurfette. It's pretty much just Rihanna. Katy Perry did a better job, and that's saying a lot because those live action Smurfs movies were a bunch of doo-doo. And it's funny because this one's supposed to have live action elements too. I'm just like, can we stop putting the Smurfs in the real world? It didn't work the first time.
Also,
my God, it was cringe.
Why
does Gargamel look like that?
Why is Smurfs
that trailer really wanted me to Smurf my brains out.
Why is Smurfs still the one franchise from the 60s or whatever where they're just like, yes, let's keep are we done with this trend yet? I thought we were.
I mean,
of
God.
It's like, are we going to get another Dennis the Menace?
Oh my God! They left it alone back in '93. Okay, I'm not counting the direct-to-video bullshit that came out years later, but they left Dennis the Menace alone, and now with the Smurfs movie, they can never get it right. And it comes out, I believe, the same day as Fantastic Four. I think.
No, it's done.
I think. If anybody could correct me, let me know. But. Yeah, that shit's gonna bother.
Yeah, what July movies are people talking about? Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, Fantastic
You're breaking
Four.
up, Shane.
Oh, and also Smurfs.
Shane. You're not breaking up, Shane. Soren, you're breaking up.
Oh, I am. Hold on.
Yeah, go say that again.
Pick me up and put me back in.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. But yeah, as I was discussing with this fucking Smurfs thing, let's try this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, say that again.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
go
he
ahead.
sounds good now.
Say what you were going to say.
Oh, what people talking about in July? Superman, Fantastic Four, Jurassic World Rebirth. Oh, and also Smurfs. Fuck.
Jurassic World Rebirth. Again, I told you before, the second trailer was better than the first. The second trailer got me a little bit hopeful, but I'm still reserved my expectations because Dominion killed my soul. Although, to be fair, I feel like I want to watch.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
putting a SpongeBob trailer in front of Smurfs. Yeah, like that'll help.
SpongeBob will make more money than that. I mean, it's not. Or is it gonna be like Frozen Fever? And how? I know what you did last summer. Yeah, it comes out around the same time as the
my
Smurfs, and that's
God.
gonna make more money because you know why? I know what you did summer has an established fan base. People wanted to see Jennifer and Freddie come back, and they're coming back, and we're gonna ignore the shitty direct-to-video movie. We're gonna ignore the TV show. People are more excited about that than fucking Smurfs. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, dude. I think F1 has the chance to make more money than the Smurfs, and that's saying a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, I guess I'm gonna go first because I have a lot of movies I want to recover here that I've watched in the past couple of days. I'm gonna go in the order of when I saw them. May 30th, I saw Sinners. I was going to review it last week if we had an episode, but I guess I'll talk about it now. Yeah, I understand why people like this movie. I do. I understand why people love this movie. I loved it too. I don't think it's a 5-star movie or anything, but I think it's close. It has a few issues here and there, but what I really like about it, I think the reason why this movie made so much money as it is, I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's really a horror movie. I think that's why it made so much money. Because the horror element does not kick in until really the last hour. It pretty much pulls them from dusk. It's pretty much from dusk till dawn. That's what this movie is. It's from dusk till dawn. But if it was it took place in the gangster periods in the 30s and things like that. But I think another reason why it did so well is because it had so much character motivation and emotion because of the characters. And the characters are very good. I mean, Michael B. Jordan, in a dual role like that, I think he did a great job. And I loved how visual effects came so far to the point where you could have 2 Michael B. Jordans sharing a cigarette. 10 years ago, this wouldn't be possible. Now, they have the technology to do that. I mean, even like that shot when they shared a cigarette, I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck did they do that? But like even the other character, like the kid, I forget the character's name. The other main character.
I just call him Preacher Boy because that's what they kind of call him throughout. I can't remember his actual name.
Okay, so Preacher Boy is a very relatable character. He has
talking about Preacher Boy.
Yeah,
we're talking about Preacher Boy.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Well, one second, because I'm here and I'm here to spread the gospel real quick because I want to give y'all an idea. I'm gonna cut on my camera and I'm gonna tell y'all why Preacher Boy is amazing. Like wrong camera, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did not see my penis right there. It's okay.
It's OBS is fucking with you, Chayton. I see the OBS.
OBS doesn't want the Lord's work. 1 second. So Lord. So Lord. The Preacher Boy, he is a man of great nature. You see it? You see it, woman? See it? All right, so the Lord, you see the boob, the side boob right there. The Lord.
Stop teasing us. Give us a full frontal.
Well, no, because this will get taken down for boob nudity and all that stuff, and it ain't the Lord's will.
So,
all right, little flash.
Oh God, no.
Show on camera for the Lord. Little show for the Lord. See, there we go. There we go. Okay, Lord. Anyway, y'all, all right.
I just got assaulted by a full-on sermon.
Do you want to see more? See next week on the show.
As I was saying, that character was really, fascinating, and you could argue he's just about as much the lead as the Michael B. Jordan characters. He's just about as much the lead. Although, to be fair, the actor, is that his first movie? Was this his first movie?
Yes.
My
yes,
God.
as far as I know.
This is some Andor shit going on right now.
And it's his real singing
Elizabeth
voice.
Doolittle as Clea, and now this guy.
And it's his real singing voice too.
Well, I figured it was his real singing voice. I figured. It's not like they dubbed over any. Although I have a strange feeling they dubbed over Michael B. Jordan when he was singing a little bit. I think they dubbed him over. I have a strange feeling. I can't sing, y'all. But anyway, also,
Sorry about that, guys. I like me and my fiance have a. She has some sick fetish. She will start having me do random stuff just to get a reaction. She actually will tell me, I'll buy you something if you do this for me. And and it's just since I'm a slut for money, I'll do almost anything with a dollar bill. It's like the things I always say. I wake up happy for a few things: food, money, or sex. So I won't suck dick for money, but anything else is usually fair game. But like she actually wanted me to streak on here, and I told her I don't want to get this channel to take it down. And
good man.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, you want to tell him that?
You tell him.
Oh yeah, she had me dunk my hand in ice at a gas station, and then also what else did she do? Oh yeah, I couldn't be on my phone for like the entire trip home from the grocery store. Yeah, just little things. Yes.
Oh my god.
What, Victor?
You're my favorite show pony, baby.
I'm my favorite show pony.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Good boy.
Good boy.
Pony. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, Victor. Victor, find
Did somebody
someone.
say show pony?
No, not like that. Not literally.
What's he about to do?
Oh god, he's about to show fucking Twilight Sparkle. I swear to God. Close enough. Close enough.
Oh, is that where that's from? My Little Pony?
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, the show pony.
He said show pony. He literally said show pony.
Oh, he wanted to show
his
pony.
pony. He was hugging it when I was reviewing the roommate because the roommate made him want to fucking
fuck his horse.
He crushed his sanity. No, because the roommate fucking stinks. It stinks.
Does it stink as bad as you?
I was saying about.
Does it stink as bad as you though?
I just took a shower before I literally.
So why do I still
got
smell
out of
you?
here.
Smell you across the screen.
Oh my gosh.
As I was saying about Sinners. Oh my god, this is all over the place now. This just feels all over the place. But in terms of other qualities I have about Sinners, I like that. I don't know how it was in the theater, but the aspect ratio for this movie is fucking weird. It's in 276-1 rather than 239, and 276 was actually the same aspect ratio as the creator. Although I think it fit the aspect ratio fit the
here's another show pony for you.
Oh.
And I think some of the IMAX sequences work. Some of them, like the Oner. Everybody talks about the Oner in this movie, which is an IMAX sequence. And it is a great sequence. But there are certain scenes in IMAX where I don't think it fits. Like, for example, I'll get to some of my nitpicks now. I could have done without the fucking guy, the Jack O'Connell fucking doing the jig while singing an Irish song in IMAX.
Oh,
I'm like,
no. That movie, that scene's awesome.
I hated it. Why that needed to be cut. That could have easily been cut. Remember, I don't like musicals, so I'm a little bit picky about certain things in this movie. Most of the music works fine, but that's the one part where I say cut that shit entirely.
That's them all getting together and being like, "Hey, we're cool vampires and shit. Like, look how like we're together as like a family." And
it's funny because
Irish.
they made it Ricked a 4.5, and that's a full straight musical. But that could have been cut entirely, especially considering it was that close to the climax, which did the final fight did use IMAX properly. That fucking fight was awesome. That was one of the best parts about the movie. And Delroy Lindo, well, he's fantastic in almost anything. Why should I say, he's great in this movie? Because he's great in almost anything. Even in the one, he wasn't that bad. In the one, remember? When he was the other cop, when Jason Statham, oh my god! But yeah, he was great. Haley Steinfeld's great. Go Bills! But although to be anybody, I will say this now since I've seen the movie. If she were to spit in my mouth, I'd be okay with it. As long as she didn't eat me, I'd be okay with it. That shit's nasty, but you know what? I'd be okay with it.
Like Morgan and I were talking with like watching the movie and everything, and we're like, out of all like the things I saw in that movie and everything, that was the grossest thing I saw was her spitting in Michael B. Jordan's mouth.
I think a lot of straight men wouldn't mind that.
It
Or
is.
les-
I saw a thing that like people are basically saying that yes, Sinners is the horniest movie of the year.
I don't think it's that horny. I don't think it's that horny compared to other things I've seen. At least I don't think so. I've seen way more extreme aspects of that. But I do like what I did like not the post. I don't even, is this mid credits? Yeah, because it looked like because the credits start off and it bleeds into the movie, and I get kind of confused because you know what's the credits and what's not. I'm just gonna say the end of the movie because it kind of bleeds into each other. So I'm gonna say the end of the movie with the scene where Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, and the older guy, the older preacher boy, and they talk and they kind of. I don't know. It feels like they what's the word I'm looking for? There's a specific term I want to use, but I don't remember what it is.
Reconcile or
yeah, they kind of like reconcile, and they there's another term. Oh fuck, I have to think about it. But like they kind of understand one another, and it's emotionally satisfying.
That is like. To me, that scene, and I kind of hate that it is sort of relegated to like the sort of like the mid credits because
Just
it's like
the fucking
you
scene
need
at the end of
because that
scene at the end of the movie
makes the movie. I think that scene makes everything in the movie come together. It's so fantastic.
I mean, I would like to watch the movie again to see because of that scene. I want to see how it plays out now. And also, you know, another thing too, that if that whole scene makes who's the one Mike? What's the main Michael B. Jordan role? Is it Smoke or Stack or who goes after the KKK? It's Stack who goes after the KKK.
Stack, yeah.
So
I think.
Yeah, you would think that when you're watching that scene, okay, he's gonna sacrifice his life to, you know, shoot down the KKK to make sure the bar, is safe. But in some ways, I think it's powerful because in some ways, he's protecting his brother. And that's what makes it so powerful to me. And with that epilogue, that whole part comes together. His last act is protecting his brother. And that's what makes it so emotional. And then him, seeing, almost a flash before his eyes of his now dead wife and his dead kid. And it's emotionally satisfying. Like, this is how you do it. Ryan Coogler knows how to make a crowd-pleasing movie. Yeah, there are a couple of issues here and there. The pacing in the first half is a little too slow for my liking. But I think it all works in the end. And it's something that I want to watch again because I feel like if I watch it again, I'll appreciate it even more. Even though I'm already giving this already a high grade. But I think it all comes together. I think it warrants repeat viewing. It's not because it's like a Christopher Nolan. It's easy. It's a complicated movie to follow. It's not a complicated movie to follow. But when you see everything come together,
I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait for this movie to come out on Blu-ray and 4K because I think this is a movie that my dad would really, really like, and he can't go to the theaters much anymore because like his back is just terrible and stuff. So like he just can't sit there that long or anything. But yeah,
I think like
I'd love for him to see it.
This is a 4.5 out of 5. Like, this is one of the best movies of the year. Not the best movie of the year, like a lot of people are saying, but it's one of the best movies of the year. Now, going on to next to a movie that only Soren has seen. I don't even know if Tanner's seen this. I don't think he has, looking at Letterboxd. This is a movie that came out early in the year that nobody saw except for me and Soren. It's called The Ballad of Wallace Island.
Yeah.
And it's a movie about this millionaire. He's a lottery winner, and what he wants to do to spend a little bit of his money is because he lives alone on this remote island in Ireland. I think this movie takes place in Ireland, and he hires his favorite musician to play a gig. Unbeknown, and this guy is like this millionaire is kind of an eccentric, kind of weird guy, but he's like not like in like it almost feels like it could have been almost a single white female scenario. He's kind of creeping up. He's like, oh, you're my number one fan, but no, it's actually like he's actually a sweet guy. He's just very
Actually,
eccentric.
Tanner hasn't seen it.
But yeah, but and then what happens is that the musician's former music partner and girlfriend also goes to the island. The millionaire hires her too because he wants them to reunite to play music for him, because this island literally has like 2, 3, 4 people living on it. Like, it's a very remote island. Like, barely anybody lives on it, and they somewhat
so it's more remote than the screenings from Madam Web.
Oh God, help me. Oh God. But yeah. So of course there's a lot of tension at the beginning when it comes to all of this, but then they kind of start to reconcile a little bit and go from there. I'm not gonna ruin too much about this movie because this movie is barely viewed by anybody. It's on Peacock if anybody wants to watch it. If you have Peacock, it's on there. That's how I watched it.
Peacock.
But I love the movie. And you know why? Because I feel like the movie has such a massive heart to it. I feel like nowadays movies are becoming more and more and more cynical as we get older. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is one of the movies that it's a genuine feel-good movie. There's a reason why it has a 97% rating on Rotten Tomatoes in terms of the critics, but it has a 93% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm going to be right back, guys.
Okay, but audiences who have seen it love it, and I think as a result, again, it's one of the best movies of the year. I really do. I think it's very emotionally satisfying. It doesn't feel manipulative. It doesn't feel too eccentric to the point where it's like Napoleon Dynamite, where it irritates the shit out of me. It's charming. It's heartfelt. It's funny. And it's just a very good movie. It's a very, very good movie. And it's pretty interesting because most of the cast of this movie I've never even heard of. The only person in this movie who I've even remotely heard of is Carey Mulligan. That's the only really well-known person in the movie. But they're all fantastic. They really are. They're all fantastic. I really would recommend it if you could track it down. I think it's one of the biggest surprises of the year. And unfortunately, Soren does not agree with me because he gave it a 3-star rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ass. I think it's because this movie is so similar to movies like Once, and he didn't like Once all that much either.
Yeah, Once wasn't too great.
It was a great movie. You be quiet. But yeah, I really, that's enough for 4.5. I think, and then next one, after I watched, did I watch this the same? No, I didn't watch this the same day as Wallace Island. I saw this the day after the new Predator movie, Predator Killer of Killers, the animated anthology movie that was
I'm excited for it.
It's kind of Dan Trachtenberg's secret project over the Badlands. This was the secret project that he was working on. And since the movie hasn't been out for over 4 days, see him on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 4 days. I won't get too much into how the stories are. Like, obviously, I'll talk about the stories that are advertised. Of course, the first story is about it's Norse mythology. So a lot of, Viking stuff. This woman who's trying to get revenge on the killer of this guy who killed her father many, many years ago. And, the first part of it is kind of her revenge plan and things like that. But then the Predator shows up and she has to survive the Predator. The second story, successfully does what I wanted Dan Trachtenberg to do, a feudal Japan set Predator story about two brothers who can't stand each other. I won't say why, and they have to not only face off between themselves, but also face off between the Predator. And then the last story takes place in World War II with this pilot guy, who it's World War II. The Nazis are all over the place, and then the Predator shows up, and he starts killing people left and right with his fucking ship. It's pretty much like, think of it like that one Spielberg movie that is it 1941 that he did. Is it 1941? Is that what the movie's called? That Spielberg directed. That was a World War II comedy.
Yeah.
Think of it like that, but not a comedy, and also not boring, and it doesn't suck. And
that's Spielberg's
there's
worst
actually,
movie.
believe it or not, and then believe it or not, something that isn't advertised there's a fourth story. I won't get into what the fourth story is about, but there's a fourth story. And once you see the movie, you kind of tell that there is going to be a fourth story in there. And the fourth story, without getting into specifics, is awesome. I really, really, really liked it. A lot of creativity in that section. And then, of course, there is the ending of the movie, which sets up something that I wish I could talk about it. I wish I could talk about the ending of this movie and what it sets up. But once you see it, and you see all the Predator movies, and this leads up to this very moment, and then I'll say my reaction to this particular scene in this Predator animated movie, in this ending, and I'm like I was laying down, I was watching it, I'm like, okay, and then I saw this thing, I'm like, I was like, holy shit. My Letterboxd review is marked as a spoiler because the first line. What?
Did you get an erection?
No, but I was
What do you
excited.
think of this boner I got?
Oh, no. And by the way, this part, you think it's the very, very, very end after the title card shows up. It's not a mid-credit scene; it's the actual ending because there's a title card, and then this scene, and then the movie's actually over. But this scene, I'm like, there's no fucking way. I mean, Dan Trachtenberg is the best thing to happen to the Predator franchise since Predator 2. I mean, I honestly, I have a strange feeling that ending is going to connect to Badlands. Yeah, I know Badlands takes place in the future, but something tells me it's going to connect to it. If not, it's going to be the movie that follows Badlands. What? Dan Trachtenberg has hinted that it's something. Yeah.
I was going to tell y'all the scene that Victor's referred to at the very end. It's when Victor. It's when Victor says.
Spoiler alert! That dies at the end. Spoiler alert! It was a slap.
Victor came in.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Bruce Willis was dead the whole time.
Oh my God, no!
And he yelled. The last
spoiler alert! Thanos killed half of the universe.
He was like, Victor was like, chicken jockey.
And shut the fuck! No, goodbye. I'm tired of talking about this damn Minecraft movie. I'm tired of talking about it. No, not on my fucking watch. I love. I hate that. I hate that fucking image. I hate it. Stop it. Change it. That's from a better movie. I never watched the room than Minecraft ever again. I really would. But Predator Killer of Killers, it's not as good as Prey, but it's damn close. I think it's damn close. I think it's my second favorite Predator movie overall. When I'm thinking about it, I would go Prey.
That's awesome.
Killer of Killers, Predator 2, the original Predator, Predators, and then the Predator. And that's not even counting me AVP, because AVP, that shit's at the fucking bottom. And people have pointed out in the Badlands trailer, which I didn't notice, that apparently Elle Fanning's character might be a rogue android from Weyland Yutani. I hope to God it's not because I don't want another Alien versus Predator movie. Those first two movies are fucking abysmal. They're fucking abysmal, especially the second one.
The only way I will accept a new AVP movie is if Fede Alvarez and Dan Trachtenberg are working on it. That would be awesome.
I don't want, because I don't want fucking fan fiction ass Freddy versus Jason ass bullshit ever again.
You shut your whore mouth. Favors Jason was great.
Garbage.
You're garbage.
Go ahead.
Ooh, those are fighting words.
Hey, sweetie. Victor says that favors Jason is garbage.
I think it is flat
He
out
said,
shit.
how dare he?
Like literally, there's only like one or two good things about it, and that's it.
That
You know what?
Garbage?
You know how?
Yeah, you're
Especially
right.
considering, you know why with AVP it doesn't work, because like with AVP doesn't work because Romulus doesn't set up anything for AVP.
I agree, Hunter.
Alien Earth doesn't set up anything with AVP either. Probably. I mean, it's a TV show, so why would it set up AVP? So instead of focusing on it, what its own thing. So I'm just like,
well, Requiem took place in Earth, so you never know.
No, I don't.
You know,
No, Alien Earth is probably retconning AVP because AVP pretty much got both of them got retconned. Both of them got retconned at this point. So,
given the state of animated movies this year, how funny would it be if Kill of Killers actually wins the animated feature Oscar?
Oh my god!
I highly doubt it, considering it's a streaming movie and they hate streaming movies.
Hey guys,
they gave Pinocchio an Oscar, so.
But that got a theatrical run.
Victor,
yeah,
I'm gonna bounce out for just a moment because I got to go on my phone because I got.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about Mission Impossible now. Then.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So I'll be right back.
So, last thing I want to talk about is I went to the theater finally for the first time this year. Thank God I actually went to the fucking movies for once. But I went to go see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, the final installment. I'm going to say it is the final installment of the Mission Impossible franchise. And I was very much looking forward to it. I had high expectations considering this is the end. How are we going to end the story that Dead Reckoning Part 1 started? And in some ways, it follows up with certain things that Dead Reckoning Part 1 established, but others are completely like left in dark. Like, for example, like Ethan's long-lost lover or something like that, somebody he cares about, those flashbacks, they are not addressed in the Final Reckoning really at all, and I don't understand why. And I think I know why. I mean, I do understand why, because I think I know why. Because Dead Reckoning Part 1 bombed so bad, they had to retool this entire movie. I feel like this feels more standalone than a Dead Reckoning Part 2 situation. Because the first hour of this movie is pretty much recapping Dead Reckoning Part 1, just in case you didn't see it, which most people didn't. I mean, it's to the point where they're showing certain sequences from Dead Reckoning Part 1, like the submarine exploding at the beginning of that movie over and over and over again. I'm like, guys, remember this? Or for those who didn't watch it, here's what this happened. Here's what this happened. I know that could be very irritating for some. I know it could be, but honestly, I think it's the lesser of two evils. Either not explain anything at all, or expect that the audiences saw Dead Reckoning before they went to go see the movie, or recap it for them just in case they haven't seen it. Because again, most people didn't watch it because Barbenheimer was literally a week away when the movie came out. And because of that, it didn't do very well. And that's Paramount's fault because the bad timing. Like, Paramount doesn't know when to actually launch a fucking movie in a good date for once. I mean, come on now. But what I still say, though, to me, it's in the middle in terms of in terms of the Mission Impossible ranking, but I still think it's a very satisfying conclusion to the franchise because I think it does more right than it does wrong. For example, in terms of the action in the movie, it's second to none. I mean, you've seen this trailer with the plane. I mean, dude, they barely showed anything in those marketing compared to what's actually in the movie. I mean, Tom Cruise is fucking insane. He's crazy for doing half this shit in the movie. I mean, with the plane, I'm like, my God. Like, it's I wish I could put it into words, but you're just gonna have to see it. I mean, the way he's just, he's jumping from the plane to the other plane where Isai Morales, Gabriel from the last movie, the villain, he did that shit 19 times. Like,
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
Like, he desperately almost, like, I'm surprised he's still alive. I mean, my goodness. I mean, once you see the movie, I'm like, how the fuck? These guys are fucking insane. Like, they're literally insane. And then for other sequences, like the submarine, the submarine goes on a little too long for my liking, but towards the very end, I was on the edge of my seat by the time that submarine scene was practically almost over. I mean, my God. And I think that's why the movie costed $400 million. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know if they had to actually build a submarine or use an actual submarine for the scene, but that's why it cost $400 million.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, just
But
making
in
sure.
terms of things that don't work, this really does show, just like Dead Reckoning, Christopher McQuarrie's worst tendencies as a writer. There's way too much exposition in the first hour of this movie. Oh my God, it is wall to wall almost. Again, I think this is because Dead Reckoning bombed, and they had to recap everything for the audience who didn't see it. And I also hate, which also he did this in Dead Reckoning, but it's brought into this as well. They're breaking up monologues and breaking it up to make it, each character gets a different line. I'm just like, even though usually with monologues it's given to only one person, and that makes the dialogue clunky as hell. If once you see Dead Reckoning, Jared, and the scene at the beginning with the CIA agents, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's hard to put in the word, but
because I had read your review and everything, and that's one of the things that you mentioned that I was like, okay, I'll have to like.
And also, there's a little bit of convoluted and messy elements. It's probably the messiest Mission Impossible movie Mission Impossible 2 is always gonna be the fucking messiest, but what makes up for it is the heart that this movie has. Like, Ethan as a character, honestly, this might be his best arc as a character. And Ethan's had a bunch of great arcs, but this might be his best arc in terms of character, because he really goes through the rigor in this movie. Like, you really see him at a very vulnerable state in this movie, because this is literally like carried over from Dead Reckoning Part 1. It's about the entity, the villain of some sorts in Dead Reckoning, wanting to start manipulating the media, manipulating people to think certain things that are not real. Gee, I wonder if this is totally relevant to what's going on right now.
Hey, who wants AI calls? Oh wait, that's the wrong
then
show. Never mind.
He wants to start. The AI also wants to start nuclear war too, which pretty much nuclear Armageddon, to the point where it's kind of like a vision that Ethan has where you see Paris blow up like if it was Armageddon, except there's no gargoyles in the scene like in Armageddon or the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But, I think it has a lot of really great moments with the characters. I mean, what I like about this movie is that it's a more character-driven focused movie than Dead Reckoning was. Dead Reckoning was definitely more a plot-driven movie. This is a more character-driven movie. I mean, and I'm not going to get into certain characters right now, but the first 20 minutes crushed my soul, man. Chan, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it crushed my soul in terms of one of the characters. It crushed me. You thought the stuff that happened with Ilsa was bad? No, this is even worse. This is even worse.
Oh no!
But yeah, I love the movie. Oh, another thing that I was kind of disappointed by: Lauren Ball didn't do the score for this. I figured he was going to do the score for this because he did Fallout, he did Dead Reckoning, and what the fuck happened? Why did we get two other guys? What happened? Did scheduling conflicts happen? Did he not like working on Dead Reckoning? What did the movie go significantly over time where he couldn't complete it? I don't know what happened. But, I don't know what happened here. So the two people who worked on this movie, I guess, worked with him. I guess they're kind of proteges. So I guess, sort of like how Hans Zimmer trained Lauren Ball. He's training these two guys. I don't know. I think it's probably one of the weaker scores in the Mission Impossible. It's not bad in terms of the score, but thanks.
It's just not as impactful as before.
Exactly. It's not as impactful as, say, Fallout, which I think is the best score in the entire series. It's not as impactful. Although in certain scenes it is impactful, which I won't get into. But yeah, certain elements of the movie. Is there anything I'm missing? There's a couple of minor little retcons in the movie, but they're not. A lot of people got upset with them retconning certain things, particularly from Mission Impossible 3. I didn't mind it, and that's saying a lot because I love Mission Impossible 3. It's like the third best Mission Impossible movie in my opinion. Oh, gee, J.J. Abrams is going to be so high on my list, of course. But I didn't mind it because you know why? It kind of felt to me that it thematically made sense because you know how
Changing your background audio.
yeah, your background, but you know how in Fallout it was all about the quote-unquote fallout of Ethan's good intentions. In some ways, the Final Reckoning is also about that. You know, the stuff that happened in Mission Impossible 3 affected, Ethan. It affected Ethan in the world, like in a bad way and in a good way by the end of it. I won't get into more specifics because Jared hasn't seen the movie. Because everybody else has seen it except for him.
I hope to see it.
But yeah,
maybe I'll watch Dead Reckoning Part 1 tomorrow.
Yeah,
hopefully.
it's just like it like in terms of that, like the cinematography is fucking phenomenal. Luckily, less Dutch angles. Yeah, I say the same thing. They didn't reach the heights of Fallout.
Dutch angles.
Yeah, because Christopher McQuarrie used Dutch angles in Dead Reckoning Part 1, and sometimes in this movie. Yeah, but I feel the same way as Hunter does. They're not these two movies are not as good as Fallout, but I think they're a satisfying conclusion. By the end of the movie, I felt like, wow, I'm gonna miss these guys. I'm gonna miss this team because this movie in some ways, Ethan's team, they're more than just a team. They're almost like a family, a better family than Fast and Furious. They're better than Fast and Furious. I'm like, I'm gonna miss these guys. I'm really gonna miss them. Like, I felt sad when it was over because this is it. This is the end for them. I'm like, it felt kind of sad.
That's why we got a at the end of the movie it was revealed that it's going to be Fast and Furious Mission Impossible.
Oh, piss off. In some ways it did. In other ways it didn't. But another thing I was shocked by, because this is Christopher McQuarrie we're talking about, I figured that Dead Reckoning wouldn't have this because it was the first of a two-part movie. But this movie shockingly ends without a curtain call. What I mean by that, you've seen every single Christopher McQuarrie movie up to this point, except for Dead Reckoning and this, had a curtain call where they pretty much showed the cast again in certain moments of the movie set to the Mission Impossible theme. Like it's like a curtain call almost. That's what Christopher McQuarrie calls them. And this movie doesn't end with that. It just ends with the end credits.
Wow.
I'm like, did he forget? Or do you feel like, nah? I think thematically it would make sense because it would be the last movie to do one, but I guess they didn't. I guess either that or the movie was spent so over budget. I'm like, fuck. They're like, fuck. We can't waste even more money to create one.
Well, to be fair, both movies are over 2 hours 40, so I guess.
That's another thing I will say. The movie is a little too long. It's a little too long. That's another thing.
It is.
Yeah, but in terms of my ranking of Mission Impossible movies, I'll say this real quick because I already have it down. Mission Impossible 2 is the worst one in the series. It's in the bottom. Number 8. Fuck that movie. Number 7 would be the original Mission Impossible. 6 would be Dead Reckoning. 5 would be The Final Reckoning. 4 would be Ghost Protocol. 3 would be 3. 2 would be Rogue Nation. 1 would be Fallout.
Okay, my ranking is from worst to best 1, 2, 3, Final Reckoning, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Dead Reckoning, and then Fallout's the best.
No, that doesn't sound very similar. And I think Chain had a similar thing too. What is this? Shane, are you filming a vlog right now?
Yes, I'm a filmmaker. I had to go grab something, so I was like, fuck it, see something never before seen on a popcorn panel. Someone filming themselves walking. I want to do it on the way home too.
Edited
my-
and shoot. Can't wait to see it.
Oh God.
Those scenic views of San Antonio.
But yeah, I
Yes.
love the movie. I love this
The
series.
Che Witch Project.
Oh God, help me!
You'll be
No,
better
no,
than
no,
the
no,
Book
no,
of
no.
Shadows.
Book of shitter. But yeah, like I said, this is a solid conclusion to the series. I'm gonna miss this franchise. Christopher McQuarrie, Tom Cruise, Brian De Palma. Fuck you, John Woo. I mean, that Mission Impossible 2 was fucking bad. J.J. Abrams, Brad Bird. You know, those directors, the cast, the crew, thank you for entertaining me through my teenage years. I mean, the first Mission Impossible movie I ever saw was Ghost Protocol, which is partially why it's so high on the list. On my list. And oh yeah, I forgot Sawyer from Lost makes an appearance and then he dies 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Last reference. I gotta take a drink.
But yeah, I love this franchise. I think to me it's better that they don't do a 9th movie. Just end it where it is. End it where
Yeah,
it is.
just end it
I'm
here.
sad that it's over, but I'm smiling because it happened. And because of that, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Every single one of these reviews I gave a 4.5 to. So so for those wondering what's my best movie of the year still, it's still Companion after 3 months since I've seen it. No, 4 months since I've seen it. It's still Companion. Something tells me it might still be number 1 by the end of the year if Avatar doesn't fucking kick its ass.
My number one's still Sinners.
Well, for the
Yeah.
record, Companion was your number 1 for a while too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this franchise, Mission Impossible. I love it to death. I really do. So now, because now I got all that bullshit out of the side, Soren, you could go now.
All right. Original screenplay, adapted screenplay, and visual effects, 80s. Here we go. Original screenplay. Number 10, Chariots of Fire.
Boo!
Yeah.
Third one, Reds.
What about Raiders of the Lost Ark?
One of my friends wants me to hang out with him, and he wants me to see that movie. So
It's just your typical sports drama. The only thing people remember is the music.
I was talking
Or-
about Reds, but yeah.
Yeah, Reds is a great movie too. Number
Well,
9,
Raiders. I said Raiders.
Number 9, Tender Mercies.
What the hell is? Oh no, that's with what's his face? Harry Dean
I-
Stanton.
Robert Duvall.
Yeah, I've
Oh
heard.
no, not Robert Duvall. No,
I've
not,
heard of
yes,
that
Robert
movie.
Duvall, not Harry Dean Stanton. What the fuck did I think Harry Dean Stanton?
My pick for now, King of Comedy.
It was 83 or 84.
83.
83 is
Number
a
8.
fucking weak year for movies.
Number 8, Witness.
I've never seen it, but I
Yes.
want to.
My pick, Back to the Future.
Same here.
Oh.
Same here. Better than
Number-
fucking Out of Africa.
Anything's better
I
than
guess
out of
Korea is
Africa.
down in Africa after all. Anyway, so number 7, Places in the Heart. You're like me. You're really like me.
gonna like me. Yeah.
My pick, Ghostbusters.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say, God, 84 was a great year. Damn. I'll get back to you on that one.
Number 6, Gandhi.
Oh God, E.T.
I
My
on.
pick, E.T.
I love Gandhi, but E.T.
Oh,
Either that-
original screenplay. This was a nominated, but I don't care. Terminator for 84.
Yeah. My pick over Gandhi, E.T. or Tootsie.
Ooh, Tootsie's a good one too.
Oh, Tootsie is a great movie too. And also, wasn't Beverly Hills Cop nominated for Best Original Screenplay too? I think it
believe
was.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop got nominated for Best Original Screenplay. I would like for it to win over whatever the fuck. You really like me.
Yeah. Number 5, Moonstruck.
I've never seen it. I only know Snap Out of It.
My pick, Hope and Glory.
I've heard of that movie. For me, I would say Good Morning Vietnam.
Let me see if it's original
I
or
swear it was nominated.
yeah, it's original.
Yeah.
Number 4, Melvin and Howard.
Melvin and Howard? What the
Don't.
hell is this
I have
movie?
never heard of that.
Oh, it's a true story about a guy down in the slug who claims to have driven Howard Hughes after his motorcycle. So after Howard Hughes passed away, this guy claimed to have a big fortune, and there's this big legal battle going on.
So this is like The Aviator 2?
I guess. Number 3, Hannah and Her Sisters.
Woody Allen, go fuck yourself.
Number 2, Dead Poets Society.
I've never, believe it or not, I've never seen that movie. I know.
I've not seen it all the way through.
Either that or Do the
I
Right
only
Thing.
know how it. I only know how it ends. I know, oh, Captain, my Captain. I know all of the students standing up on the tables at the end. That's all I know.
And number 1, Rayman.
Believe it or not, I've never fucking seen Rayman either. What the fuck am I
I
doing
need to
half the damn time
see-
for the 80s? For my pick would be, oh, that's adapted. Never mind. I would have picked Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but I forgot that's a fucking adapted screenplay.
I
Fuck.
will mention Roger Rabbit later on.
Actually, no. I would in terms of best original screenplay, and the ones I've seen here, maybe Midnight Run.
I still need to see Midnight Run. Anyways,
Good.
So I've heard. Adapted screenplay. Number 10, Driving Miss Daisy.
Mm.
Go fuck
Boo.
yourself.
My
Boo.
pick, Field of Dreams.
My pick for 89. God, that's wait. Who won best original screenplay in 89?
Driving Miss Daisy.
Original?
Adapted screenplay.
Oh no, I'm talking about. We went through the original. What won original screenplay in 89?
Original screenplay. Dead Poet Society.
Say anything. Why the fuck did I think of that? Say anything. What the fuck?
Number 9, Out of Africa.
Boo.
My pick, The
Yeah.
Color Purple.
Same here, but color purple all
Yep.
the way.
Number 8, Room with a View.
Boo.
My pick, Stand By Me.
Aliens. Isn't that 86?
Yeah, 86.
Aliens.
Number 7, Dangerous Liaisons.
Mm.
I ever watched Cruel Intentions. Who Framed Roger Rabbit won that fucking. Or Die Hard.
My pick, Roger Rabbit, yeah.
Die Hard or Roger Rabbit, one of them. Interchangeable.
Number 6, The Last Emperor.
Boo!
My pick, The Princess Bride.
Yeah, I'd go with The Princess Bride too.
Number 5, Ordinary People.
Boo! My God, they were so bad.
Fucking love
Empire
Ordinary
Strikes
People.
Which one? The Empire Strikes Back? Oh yeah, it would. Yeah, amen.
Number 4, Missing. Not the recent one, the 80s one.
When did this come out?
1982.
82. First Blood.
Number 3, On Golden Pond.
Oh God, the old people movie.
Number 2, Terms of Endearment.
Terms of Endearment. I've never seen In Terms of Endearment, but for now I'm gonna say Scarface. I was gonna say Return of the Jedi, but then I remembered Scarface.
And number 1, Amadeus.
Amadeus. That would for me be. I don't have it adapted. I don't remember.
Once Upon a Time in America.
I never saw that.
Finally, visual effects. Number 10, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom looked good.
My pick, The Never-Ending Story.
How about Gremlins? How about Ghostbusters? How about Terminator? How about Nightmare on Elm Street? Oh wait, they hate horror.
Yeah, and that final scene with the door looked kind of fake.
No, that final scene, fuck that final scene. That's the only part of that movie I don't like. And Wes Craven hates that ending too. He hates that ending. Because New Line forced him to do that. And the ending makes no goddamn sense once you get to Nightmare on Elm Street 3. So pretty much you have to take the ending as a retcon. You have to retcon it out of your mind in order to make Nightmare on Elm Street 3 work.
Number 9, Inner Space.
I want to see that movie. I just haven't gotten the time to.
My pick, Predator or
Um,
Spaceballs.
I haven't seen. I used to own Spaceballs on DVD, and then it got lost in storage. But I've never seen Spaceballs since I was a kid, and I don't even think I understood Spaceballs when I was a kid. It was a PG movie, and it had. I think it used the word "fuck" at one point.
Even in the future, nothing works. Number
Uh,
8.
we don't. We we aren't done shit or something like that.
Number 8, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. My pick, Blade Runner.
Boo! E.T. wins.
Number
You
7,
you
T.
you have you do you have something against E.T.? He looks too ugly for you, or because of?
No. It was my pick for original screenplay and best picture. I don't have anything against E.T. unlike Satan here. Anyways, number 7, Cocoon.
Platoon. I was watching Platoon a
No,
couple of weeks ago. I never
Cocoon.
finished. I didn't finish
Cocoon.
it, but
Cocoon.
Cocoon. Oh, not Platoon, but Cocoon. My dad likes that movie.
Number 6, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Amen.
Number 5, The Abyss.
Oh, The Abyss. That is a phenomenal movie. It looks great on 4K.
What was Soren say about something about me?
You hate E.T.
Oh, I don't hate it. I just think it's overrated.
Fuck you
Oh.
too, then.
Number 4, Aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, Aliens. That looks
No,
phenomenal.
thank you. I don't roll that way, pal. Anyway, go
Number
ahead.
3, Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, especially the scenes like what Bob Hoskins had to pretty much act like. Think about how they shot the movie. Bob Hoskins pretty much had to be in a room all by himself most of the damn time, and he
Yeah,
had to
and-
pull that off.
Yeah, and they used the stand-in for the lighting for when they animate the lighting.
It's so unbelievable. Bob Hoskins in that movie should have gotten nominated for an Oscar just because of his commitment to the material.
Yeah. And number 2 through number 1, The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
All right, stay tuned for the 70s.
Okay, Dan, go now.
Well, I didn't since I didn't have a move or didn't do my double feature. I didn't really have a particular topic to talk about.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, so for once I have nothing. However, I'll just go through. I'll just do my usual, like I'll do promoting, because when you have nothing else to talk about, then do promoting. So before I get to the actual promotion, here's a word from our sponsor.
Oh dear, here we go.
Are you mad that you didn't get the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap? I sure as hell.
I fucking rant about this. I wanted to do my show last week so I could rant about this bullshit.
I sure as hell.
Do people support this shit?
Wait, Victor, the ad is playing. Hold on a sec.
No. I'm gonna fucking interrupt you for a second. The fact
it's
that
my
they
segment, you
did
motherfucker.
this,
Anyway, go ahead.
the fact that they did this, they create a soap based. They took her bath water and put it into a soap. So incel horny guys would say, "Oh, I have Sydney Sweeney in me."
Well, my fiance, my lovely fiance, she did try to get one, but she did get booted.
I don't know who her fucking agent is. I don't know why she's doing this.
Hey, it worked. It made her a lot of
She
money.
can't act, so she has to use her status as a sex symbol and pretty much push it so far up people's asses to promote stupid shit like this. This is legit one of the worst marketing gimmicks I've ever seen in my entire life. My God.
It's not worse because it worked, so it sold out immediately. So
because of fucking incel right-wing horny guys. That's why.
Well, fuck you. I'm not an incel. I'm not horny.
He ain't
Hey,
no
hell.
incel.
And hell, I told.
I'm speaking generally. I'm not speaking about you. I'm speaking generally. I always speak generally.
I told my fiance I would bathe her in the soap too. That way she could smell like herself and Sydney Sweeney. Anyway, time for the ad break. 1 second. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you mad? Are you mad that you didn't get the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap? Because I sure as hell am. But fear not, ladies and gentlemen, because not only through the power of Jesus, through the power of Dr. Squatch, we have something even better for you. So right here, Dr. Squatch, a proud sponsor of the Network 3000 and the Popcorn Panel podcast, brings to you the David St. Dennis semen scented soap bar. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Oh God.
David St. Dennis goes to he goes to the factory line. He whips his pecker out
Time to,
and he whacks it off.
time
and
to dry heave.
Each squirt of semen goes meticulously on the soap, and it gets put in a box with the Pope St. Dennis the turds.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh.
Dr.
I
Squatch, a
hope
proud
David
sponsor
watches this
of the.
episode.
Oh no, I've told him this on Jordan's live stream, and I've told him this
Okay.
privately. So
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Here's what I think of that.
Don't tell me that's the bathwater, Soren. Oh.
Oh, coming soon after the David St. Dennis cum stained bathwater soap. It will be the Soren special, the Soren
Oh God, no.
spectacular,
I-
the Soren fart in a jar from Dr. Squatch. We are selling jars now of people's farts. So if you use the promo code 3000 and loss at checkout, you will get.
I'm so happy he's breaking up right now. I am so happy. Be back.
Asshole.
You will use the promo code loss at checkout, and you will get your very own Victor plushie.
No.
Not on my.
Victor plushie. There we go.
This is disgusting.
Anyway.
This is legit one of the most disturbing things I've
Jesus.
ever. And
I'm actually going to start. I'm actually going to
All
start
because-
filming. Go ahead.
all because of Sydney Sweetie's bathwater soap. Dr. Squatch, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, you disgusting cunts.
Oh, by the way,
Shame on you too, Sydney Sweetie. You signed off on this too. My God, not everybody is so passive-aggressively horny.
I'm horny all the time. What are you talking about?
I'm a Scorpio. I keep it in my pants whatever until I get off the air.
My girl got injured this past Friday, so she's been, she could do a little bit, but she can't do a lot, like just because I want to make sure she heals and all. She's okay. She just messed up her knee. But so I was about to actually, this will be my topic.
Oh God.
See, I was about to whack off,
I'm
right?
gonna get my charger.
Because of all this. And then who in the fuck wants me to call them? Multiple people, including David, wants to call my bitch ass while I'm trying to bust a nut. And then so I have to stop what I'm doing to call him to talk about stuff about the show. And then when I feel like the ghost is clear, I've already watched another episode of The Righteous Gemstone, and I'm about to bust a nut again, try to bust a nut again this time.
You're gonna get us fucking flagged.
Oh my God, the Sydney Sweetie bathwater thing got us flagged practically day one, right from when you said the fucking Dr. Squash bullshit.
I was about to bust a nut again. No, I've said worse on the Outcast on this channel, and yeah, it never got taken down. Anyway, when I was about to bust a nut again, Jordan calls me. It was a great conversation, but Jordan, you sack of shit motherfucker, how dare you call me when I'm trying to bust a nut? How? So yeah. And then by the time I wanted to bust a nut and had no interruption, dinner was made and fucking I had to do the show.
A fucking Pepsi. I can't take this. Oh wait, I have to drink a fucking Pepsi. God damn it, with Sydney Sweetie fucking about it, webbing up. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more.
So you're welcome, because I would have been late because I had to bust a nut, but luckily I could wait. I could hold off. Anyway, so yeah. Outside that, the Hangman Outcast returns next Wednesday on the Network 3000 House of Change channel. And yeah, that's really about it. Anyway, that's the end of my topic.
Beautiful. That should get
Yeah, final message to everybody. Always make time to bust a nut. Anyway.
Since what is it, the Emmys are doing podcast awards now and everything, you should get an award for just that.
Thank you.
Podcast.
Thank you. And I am going to start filming some ads for different
I want to
shows.
bring my terrible childhood and the Academy in that order.
No, I had a fantastic child. I'm just fucked up in the head.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I am going to make an ad for the David 3000 cum scented soap bar. So I'm going to do that on for a future episode. It'll be on the Outcast though, so don't worry, you won't see me shirtless on that on here. At least not fully.
Oh my! Oh, I cannot believe he did that. I can't. I can't believe this happened. Well, I have fucking. Can't say shit. I really can't. Oh, I really can't. Are you done, Jay?
Yeah, I said that was the end of my.
Done?
I said that was the end of my segment like 2 minutes ago.
I was gone. All right, fine, Jared. You can go now. My God, I need to process what I just heard.
Yeah, I'll probably do my topic and probably head out because, like, I do need to get some sleep since I got to get up at 3:30.
Oh, 3:30 in the morning. Oh God, I can't.
God help you, man.
I am not looking forward. For those that don't know, I have to get up because I have to take Morgan to the airport. So yeah, I need to get some shut eye. But
safe travels for her, by the way.
Yeah. See, she traveled last week too, so yeah. I'm not seeing her at all like this month. So for my topic and everything, it's mostly going to be just some updates for me and also my channel. First off, I do want to say, because last time I was on here, I mentioned about the whole debacle of the Kingdom of Heaven 4K.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
So I think I had mentioned maybe that Morgan had apparently, like press pre-order on it, and then it said that it went through, but it didn't say anything for the longest time. I can safely say that I am getting it now. I am going to get it. They finally got a copy. It's being pushed through. The only thing is, it's gonna be here next week. Next week at some point.
Sony, get your shit together.
I know, it's so annoying, but at least I'm getting it for the most part. But still, like the fact that I pre-ordered this, I mean, well, again, yeah, roughly before it came out, obviously, but and obviously, like, I couldn't pre-order it for the longest time because it kept selling out. So, yeah, that I'm just so happy that I can finally get this 4K because I want to own that. This is a goal, and I can finish this goal by my birthday, and that is having all of my top 10 favorite movies on 4K. And with Alexander and this coming out and everything,
God help me,
I can have all my movies on 4K, which is great for me.
It's funny because, I've seen Kingdom of Heaven. I saw the director's cut because apparently that's the better version of it. And I thought it was good, but not great. I thought Orlando Bloom's character was bland. I didn't even buy him in that role either. And I like Orlando Bloom.
I think he's bland in the theatrical cut, which I
I
still
think he's
love.
bland in the director's cut too, and that's the version I watched.
Oh no!
Yeah.
But no, I love that movie. I'm glad it got a 4K. And from what I have seen and what everybody is saying, like this is genuinely like one of the best 4K releases. Like period. It has a whole new like Dolby Atmos track. Just
Dolby Vision too.
yeah, visuals are really crisp, very clean,
Honestly,
very
I feel
colorful.
like I know Fox is releasing Master and Commander, so I feel like that could top it
shit,
even more.
I'd love to get that too. So yeah, that's the
They announced
update
that.
on that.
Digital Bits leaked that info like last week.
So not for next week's podcast, but the week after, I will have the 4K in my possession, and I will have watched it by then. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah, I don't honestly like. Yeah,
I will say in terms of the
Sony,
positives I
Disney,
have with
20th Century Fox, they need to get their shit together.
well, Sony is releasing them,
Yeah.
so they're responsible.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Well, because it was the whole thing with, like even Tombstone and everything,
Yeah,
which I
Tombstone
forgot
was the same way.
Tombstone.
I wouldn't be surprised if
4K.
Master and Commander was the same thing. And then God help us when we get Con Air and The Rock and Armageddon on 4K. The
it's gonna
Holy
be
Trinity.
ridiculous.
The Holy Bruckheimer trilogy. Or you could add the
I can only
Holy
imagine
Bruckheimer
Criterion
quadrilogy
getting on that
with
4K.
Crimson Tide. What?
I can only imagine Criterion getting on that 4K considering
I would
they
hope
released
that
DVD.
Ben Affleck wants it. Ben Affleck wants them to release it. I would be all for it, because they released the DVD a long time ago. So I want them to do it. People say, "Oh no, Criterion should do it because it's a piece of shit god awful movie." Have you seen Armageddon lately? It's still better than most movies that come out today.
Hey, if they can release The Wiz and a terrible movie,
Yeah, they
then
can
just-
release The Wiz and not Armageddon. Fuck off.
and Gene Dialman and Drive My Car.
I hope that
those
they bring
movies. They can release Armageddon.
And then, they better give Crimson Tide its and Enemy of the State too. Oh my god, I love Enemy of the State. As long as Coyote Ugly doesn't get a 4K.
Oh my gosh.
To think I was acting stupid that day and added that on the wheel, and it was my fault.
That's all your fault.
If it's bad, which I think it will be, considering on Rotten Tomatoes doesn't have very good reviews, although it has a cult following, but again, I don't trust.
That's
movies
what
that
I
have cult
thought.
following.
Like I thought.
I
had,
don't
like,
trust
some sort
movies
of
with cult
following.
followings. Most of the time, the movies that have cult followings and I watch them, most of the time they suck. Most of the time. Sometimes I do like them. I don't hate all movies that have a cult following. I like quite a few, but yeah.
I also
All followings are hit and miss for me.
I'll try to make this. I'm trying to talk as much as I can and everything about some of the things because so much has happened since then. Because I recently rewatched a few of like my favorite movies. Because sometimes I'm like, because Morgan and I were watching a lot of movies together. Some of like the considered greatest films of all time. Some of the movies that are on the 1001 movies, everything. And sometimes I just want to pick a movie and watch it. But, like I can be like, hey, you do your thing and everything. You don't need to watch this, even though it's maybe something on the list or something. So while Morgan was gone, I got to sit down and watch two of my personal favorite movies. And the first one is a movie that has gotten some reevaluation recently in the past couple years. And I think because of like...
What, Speed Racer? For fuck's sake.
It's an extended cut for an Italian-American film.
I wouldn't know.
It's called The Legend of 1900.
I've heard that movie.
It's done by the same guy that did Cinema Paradiso.
Cinema Paradiso director. Now you got my attention.
Yeah, the Cinema Paradiso guy directed this. It's got Tim Roth.
Oh yeah, you did say this about this movie. You did because I remember because you said, "Oh, it stars Tim Roth." Now I remember.
Yeah, Tim Roth. What is his name? The last name Pruitt. The guy that's playing Pa Kent in the new Superman. He's in it. Delroy Lindo shows up for a second and everything.
Jesus, so much.
Or wait, no, not Delroy Lindo. Wow. Oh gosh, I feel bad. It's fucking what's his face from Spider-Man.
Oh, the guy, the one of the assistants for Jameson.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
That guy.
So yeah, the movie is about this. So Tim Roth's character is he's born on this ship that sails to New York on New Year's Day. And so they find him abandoned on the ship and they decide to take care of him on the ship. So he lives life on the ship. He becomes a musical prodigy, becomes friends with the Pruitt actor guy. And the idea is that like he never sets foot on land. And it's one of those movies that is like, despite it, being in a very real world setting and everything, it kind of has fun with its premise and is like fantastical in a lot of ways. And it's a movie that when it originally released got kind of middling reviews, and a lot of it was because like the movie was cut down a lot, which is interesting because the same director did Cinema Paradiso, which that movie was originally long and wasn't considered as great as the Harvey Weinstein cut that shortened the movie was.
It's pretty hilarious, and the Harvey Weinstein cut is better than the original.
It's the opposite with this movie. And I don't know. I watched this movie just on a whim one time and kind of fell in love with Tim Roth's character, especially in his like friendship that he builds. And it's a very like heartbreaking movie, and it is a Italian American film, so it's got those like Italian cinema sensibilities, but it is like an American film at the same time, so it feels different. There's some cheapness here and there with like some of the effects with like the ship and everything, but I think all around like it's a fantastic movie that I give like a 9 out of 10 to. The one thing is that you can only buy the shorter version.
Yeah,
of
I
this
see, because
movie.
it was released in America by Fine Line Features, which is with indie division of New Line Cinema. So that means Warner owns this fucking movie.
Yeah, and so the only way that you can legally watch the 170-minute cut, which from what a lot of people say is the best version of the film, is you can rent it or buy it on Amazon Prime, which is what I did. I rented it, but it is very, very much worth it. And so, lastly,
Maybe Warner Archive will put that out and put both cuts on the disc.
I think that would be great, like just to have some sort of Blu-ray of it. Now, as for the last little bit, I'll just
I'm looking at Blu-ray.com and apparently apparently other countries have released it, like Japan, like Germany.
I tried looking for like even like a region free, but that I have not found like a region free Blu-ray at all. Like, and if I have, it's like I don't know if it is in English.
Uh,
But yeah. Also,
yeah, I don't blame you, Jared. I heard. Yeah, I don't blame you, Jared. I really want the movie Coda on Blu-ray, and Japan
Apple.
has, and
oh
Japan has
yeah,
it. But the problem is Japanese subtitles, and considering they use sign language, it's kind of important to read the subtitles. So
yeah,
yeah.
Oops.
Anyways, you were
that
saying.
Fucking
sucks.
assholes.
So, also some updates with my YouTube channel because like I've been a little quiet on it recently, just for about 2 weeks or so. But I do have a ton of videos planned. I do. I think I'm probably going to do a Legend of 1900 review pretty soon. I've also got my next Disney review up, which should have originally come out
Beauty and the
last.
Beast. I think you're up to Beauty and the Beast.
It is Beauty and the Beast, and I rewatched it the other day.
It's a masterpiece.
It is a fucking
Indeed.
masterpiece.
You said The Little Mermaid had Disney's best score. No, Beauty and the Beast. That's Mencken's best work.
Lion King, Hunchback.
Well,
I
he
say
didn't do Lion
I
King.
say
That was
Hunchback
Zimmer, Elton
personally,
John.
but I will say this. On a personal level, I prefer The Little Mermaid, and I think it has like just one of the best Disney songs, period. But I can say
Oh
with
God.
I can say with Beauty and the Beast that every single song in that movie is a banger.
I mean,
everything.
I
Not
feel
a
like
wasted song.
that movie to me, yeah, I know Little Mermaid started the Renaissance, but like in terms of like the real impact the Renaissance had, it didn't really start becoming really known until Beauty and the Beast. I mean, my God, that movie was fucking legendary at the time. It was the first anime movie to be nominated for Best Picture, and it was the only one until Up came out. So it was just like it had so much impact with the Disney studio. I mean, my God. I mean, and when you watch the movie, I watched like last time I watched it was on Disney Plus a couple of years ago. I'm like, my God. The last Alan Menken's score is unbelievable, particularly the last 10 minutes of his score, the last 10 minutes of the movie. It's just unbelievable. Like, and especially considering I learned since that the final cue for, when the Beast transformation until the very end, the end of the credits before the fucking, the pop version of Beauty and the Beast or whatever with Celine Dion and I forget the other guy. The other guy who did the Aladdin ballad thing. But
oh yeah.
That apparently that was kind of like in some ways Alan Menken grieving towards Howard Ashman. That's like how I read it. In terms, like that's what that final cue kind of means. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but if so, it's like a very powerful way to end the movie too. Because when you know that, it's very good. It's a great movie. I love that movie. I mean, I know there's a lot of masterpieces in the Renaissance, but Beauty and the Beast, I think it might be the best movie of the Renaissance. No, I'll take that back. Tarzan, and Al Menken didn't even do that when I was Mark Mencina and Bill Collins. But Mark Mencina did a great job. But even though my favorite Mark Mencina score will always be Speed.
Other ones, reviews that I have planned. With Superman coming out soon, I wanted to talk about the Superman movies.
You're gonna say for the 100th time, I've outgrown Man of Steel.
Yeah. Well,
That's
also
just
I'm
your
going to
masterpiece.
say. I'm gonna say this too because obviously I don't have too
Superman
much more time before
Returns.
that movie comes out. I will not. So just to speed track it and everything, I'm not going to be covering 3 and 4 because honestly, I don't really have too much of an interest in covering
Richard
them.
Pryor. That's all you gotta know. Richard Pryor.
And in all honesty, I would say I like 4 better than
That's
3
sad
just
because
because
that's a canon movie, and
4
canon
is
movies
less
are always
boring.
cheap. Canon movies are cheap.
And I don't know if I will talk about Man of Steel because I did review it maybe 3 years ago.
You talking about
I'll
in the
see.
Joker review? What are you talking about?
Well, I did talk about it in that. That's true. So I'll review Superman 2, both cuts of the movie at the same time. I'll talk about those in the same video. And then Superman Returns.
Superman Returns, I haven't seen since I was a kid.
I've watched it a few times in recent years, which you obviously watched my review or my video where I kind of talked about how I kind of love that film now.
Isn't
But
that
I
the
recently
one,
rewatched.
isn't that the one where
it.
Lois has to like no, Superman has daddy issues, or Lois Lane had daddy issues? I don't remember who had daddy issues.
I mean, both. Both, honestly. Also, I will say that John Ottman's score is phenomenal
Well,
in
it
that
is
movie.
Bryan Singer, so
Like,
Bryan Singer, you could argue was a piece of shit, but you know,
his added themes are amazing, and I think they actually go well with like the John Williams score as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember the best part about Superman Returns, Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor.
He's literally perfect. And then another video I have that is not movie related. I haven't done a video review in a while, and it seems like kind of the best time because of people talking about a recent finale and being divisive on it.
Oh no!
I wanted to talk about in one video The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 together. Talk about why I love the two games, kind of talk about their themes a lot, and then what the strengths of both of them.
No, chicken jockey. Fuck that shit.
And then maybe even talk a little bit about like what I could potentially see, like if they ended up doing a third one, which there's rumors of, but nothing concrete.
Isn't Naughty Dog working on something else at the moment, though?
Yes, they're doing Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet.
Great, we're gonna have the Beastie Boys play that one, and it's fitting considering what we're gonna review.
But yeah, so got that to look forward to. There's a few other things that I'm cooking up, but yeah, that's what I got so far for updates on my channel.
Let's hope nobody watches Hurry Up Tomorrow.
So yeah,
What are you talking about? Nobody is watching.
I say that because I saw this scene on the internet today, like a theater recorded bootleg of the Weekend acting in that movie. He's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And
oh my gosh, I have been, I've just been like, that's the only thing I've seen from that movie, and I've just been like saying like, "Shut the fuck up!" I got calls. I'm on a tour.
And then Jenna Ortega's face, I think she looks appalled at him in terms of the bad acting. I bet you it's not even like her acting. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Not to mention he's like trying to act through, like, I'm pretty sure he has like veneers or something, because everybody in Hollywood has veneers now. So
what's a veneer?
That is where they like file down their teeth, and it's basically a denture.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
My God, dude.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did that get made?
You know, some. Well,
I blame Sam Levinson. Yeah, he had
cinema
nothing to do
snob.
with it, but I blame him.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Sometimes
whoa,
I love a good,
why
like,
you talk
disastrous
about
vanity
Sam
project, but
My God, The Weeknd, his career is over. Riley, dude, that is
Victor, why you
embarrassing.
talking shit about the great Sam Levitz?
Levinson, he sucks.
You suck. Oh, speaking of Sam Levitz, 1 second. Sweetie, did you you know what Victor called us for being in queue for the City Bathwater? Called us what was it? Incel horn dogs.
No, I said horny or incel horny. I didn't say horn dogs, but I said it differently. I think I said incel horny men. I think that's what I said.
Oh, okay. So you call my woman a incel horny man because she was in the queue. Otherwise,
Oh my God.
oh,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
also I ranted about how I couldn't bust a nut because people keep trying to call me.
Oh
And I
my
said that, I had to
Jesus,
be gentle with you because you were injured, so I haven't really been able to have my way. So yeah. Then we talked about the David 3000 come soap.
I don't want to think about that
Oh,
right
no.
now.
Mm-mm.
Don't worry, Victor. I'll send you a free copy. Free
No!
soap. Yeah.
I remember get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K that's coming. Jesus Christ.
How about this? I'll use the soap to autograph it for you, and I'll send it to you.
Oh no. That is ridiculous.
Even if it's free, if I offer to buy you the Texas Massacre 4K.
Typical disgusting display.
Hey, I'll sign on the plastic so it doesn't affect the artwork.
Oh my God.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
guys,
I don't want Sydney Sweeney bathwater.
I'm gonna get off of here. You guys enjoy the review.
Quick.
I
What
will
do you think of Star Trek
quickly.
Into Darkness? Did you even watch the movie?
I did watch the movie, and I won't say like my full like crazy thoughts or anything because I do want to get off of here. But I will say this: I think I like it more than the first one.
I think I do too.
Oh my gosh, we are brothers.
Spoiler for the review.
I'm gonna be defending J.J. Abrams again. Oh, the Trekkies. Oh, this is not real Star Trek.
Oh, this is the worst Star Trek
You
movie.
enjoy that, guys.
Insurrection.
Nemesis.
Section,
Or Section
31.
31. What ironic, because Section 31 is in this movie, and Section 31 is done better than in Section 31. With that said, let's do it. In the words of Khan himself, now, shall we begin?
You think your world is safe? It is not.
Who the hell are you?
I am better.
At what?
Everything. Shall we begin?
Star Trek Into Darkness. Rated PG-13.
Oh, he has the disc. I have it too, but it's all the way on my shelf up there. I own all three of them. But yeah, yeah, folks, if you're a Trekkie, I'm saying this up front. If you're a Trekkie and you hate this movie, turn off our review right now. Turn off this video right now. Turn it off. I'm serious because I'm gonna be praising this movie heavily. And if you can't stand it, if you like I say in the Supernova trailer, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the universe.
What are we talking about? Like, what are you crying about now?
The Trekkie,
No, I'm about to get into a review. I'm warning the Trekkies that I'm going to be offending their little pussy whipped asses because this movie's great and they're wrong for calling it the worst Star Trek movie. But let me get to the details first. Star Trek Into Darkness is a 2013 American science fiction action film, once again directed by J.J. Abrams, once again written by Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman and Damon Lindelof, who actually does get a writing credit, even though he wrote the first movie. And also, yeah, Lindelof and Abrams also did this. So take another shot. Produced by J.J. Abrams, Brian Berg, Damon Lindelof, Alex Kurtzman, and Roberto Orci. Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, John Cho, Anton Yelchin, Bruce Greenwood, all reprised their roles, and Simon Pegg too. I said Simon. No, I did not say Simon Pegg. And Carl Urban as well. New to the cast this time is the one and only Benedict Cumberbatch. This is the first movie I ever saw Benedict Cumberbatch in. Alice Eve
Same.
and Peter Weller. Yeah, that's right. RoboCop is in this movie. Released on May 15th, 2013 by Paramount Pictures, Skydance Productions, now known as Skydance Media, and Bad Robot Productions. Budget was 185 to 190 million and made 467.4 million dollars. This is the highest grossing Star Trek movie, I believe, to date. Which people say, oh, this movie underperformed. No, this is the highest grossing movie in the series out of all of them. So go eat a cactus. The crew of the Starship Enterprise returns home after an act of terrorism within its own organization destroys most of Starfleet and what it represents, leaving Earth in a state of crisis. With a personal score to settle, Captain James T. Kirk leads his people on a mission to capture a one-man weapon of mass destruction, thereby propelling all of them to an epic game of life and death. 84% real Rotten Tomatoes, 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 72% real Metacritic. On Letterboxd, I believe it is a 3.4 or 3.5. I'm going to say 3.4. And I'm right. It is a 3.4. Like I said, oh yeah, I forgot R2-D2 is in this movie and he dies in it. We'll get to the point where R2-D2 shows up, but since you two weren't here when we did Star Trek 2009 a long time ago, you want to share your thoughts on the movie first? Because everybody knows my thoughts.
Oh,
It's a fucking 6 out of 5. Yo, it's a fucking masterpiece. Amen. Amen. It's a fucking masterpiece.
Go
ahead.
Fresh new start for the Star Trek movies. It's arguably better than all the other Star Trek movies before combined, even though, unless you count Galaxy Quest, which is the best Star Trek movie, but
in name only.
My two personal favorites are Wrath of Khan and Into Darkness, ironically.
What about you think about 2009? This is what we're talking. This is the question.
I'll admit, I'm not really a Star Trek person. I was always a Star Wars person. I'm not one of these people who like, oh, Star Trek versus it's same thing with consoles. I'm not a fucking Nintendo guy or a Sony pony or a fucking Microsoft guy or whatnot. I just am a gamer. If I like your system, I like it. If I fucking hate it, I'll talk shit about it. But I'll again, same thing with Star Trek, and again, even with Star Wars, I have my opinions on certain Star Wars things, but I'm just I'm not on one side or the other. So, but I just never found Star Trek as interesting to me as Star Wars. But I will say, if it wasn't for the 2009 Star Trek movie, I wouldn't have gone and watched the original Star Trek, Wrath of Khan, stuff like that. So,
yeah, 2009 saved the franchise because Nemesis came out. It was a huge bomb. Star Trek Enterprise on TV was a fucking failure. And Star Trek was dormant for a while. And this movie, 2009, brought it back.
Yeah, so, I will say this. Star Trek, to me, was... I don't really go back to it that often. I did like the promotion. I think they teased it during... What was it? Was it Cloverfield? Or was it the first teaser where it's under construction?
I think it was Indiana Jones at Universal Skull.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I liked it also because, again, back when I was 13 when this came out, when I saw the trailer, I didn't know that it wasn't J.J. Abrams who directed Cloverfield. I thought it would I thought J.J. Abrams directed Clover. I didn't know it was Matt Reeves.
It was Matt Reeves.
But back then I didn't focus so much on directors and all that stuff. But I saw the name J.J. Abrams, so I thought it was him. But anywho, so when I saw J.J. Abrams on it, I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, oh, I like the mystery, even though and I didn't.
The Enterprise in that teaser. It's no mystery.
Well, I wasn't a Star Trek person, so the only way that I knew it was Star Trek was when the narrator said "space, the final frontier," that's still one of my favorite teaser trailers. Like
It is a great teaser.
the movie was good.
I love the movie.
It wasn't something that, again, I don't go back to it often, but I will say this though: Star Trek may not have made me into a and I'm not still I didn't watch any of like Picard or anything like that. I did watch Star Trek, The Next Generation after this and all that, but I will say this though:
I only watched the movies.
Star Trek, the first movie didn't like make me at least somewhat of a Star Trek fan. It was really this movie that made it to me, and also it was my introduction to Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'll get to my personal story with this because, believe it or not, Star Trek Into Darkness is my first Star Trek movie. I didn't see 2009 until literally almost a decade after I saw this movie. So,
and it's something else. It's funny too. Okay, so Star Trek Into Darkness made, and again, I'm a casual Star Trek. I've still not seen Beyond.
Beyond is good, but it's not as good as the first two.
Good, but not great.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. Good, but not great.
But it was funny. Funny if you really think about it. Star Trek Into Darkness is maybe more of a fucking
Star Trek, and the fucking fan base are like, "Oh, this ruined Star Trek forever."
I loved Into Dark, but I'll get into that in a minute. But I will say this though: Star Trek Into Darkness maybe more of a semi Star Trek fan, and also that same year 2013. Fucking Man of Steel is what made me into a big Superman fan, because beforehand I was just the animated series, Superman Returns, and the first two Christopher Reeve Superman movies. Mm-hmm. I still defend Superman Returns. I'll die on that.
Jared just defended it not too long ago.
Yeah, I heard that. But Man of Steel made me into a big Superman fan. If it wasn't for Man of Steel, I probably wouldn't be as excited as I am for Superman coming out next month.
Yeah, but in terms of my personal story with Star Trek Into Darkness, I saw this movie in the theater back in 2013. I think I saw it the week after it came out, something like that, because I wanted to see it, and I wasn't allowed to watch the first movie for some reason. When I was 9, I wanted to see it, but I wasn't allowed to see it, probably because of the green alien chick, honestly. I think that was the scene that really bothered my parents. But I saw this, and it's funny because comparing that scene to a controversial scene, which we're going to get into, we all know about one fucking scene, but it's kind of funny. But this movie,
yes,
we'll get to it. Trust me, I'm going to try and find a way to.
Please,
I'm going to try to find it in there. Yeah, I loved it back when it came out, but then I never touched it until I fell in love with 2009's Star Trek. I think this year. A couple of weeks ago, I watched Into Darkness before this landed on the wheel. Way, like a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. And so I'm like, 2009, I'm going to watch Into Darkness for the first, arguably since it came out. And I'm like, oh my God, I love this. So obviously it was a pleasure to rewatch this again weeks later, having that context there. And honestly, Into Darkness, like I said before, I think it might be better than the first movie, and that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot, because that first movie is a fucking masterpiece, and this is arguably a masterpiece too.
They're neck to neck for me.
Because I feel like what gets this movie so right, one, this movie is way more. I mean, the first movie has it's very ambitious for the plot it's trying to say, but this is even more ambitious because it's doing the Star Trek thing of having, commentary about our society. In this case, Star Trek Into Darkness is really about post 9/11 trauma. I mean, Khan might as well be Al Qaeda. He might as well be Bin Laden, and him, him blowing up, we're being responsible for blowing up half the shit, the archive in Starfleet, even though the one guy from Doctor Who, from the first season of the new Doctor Who, technically committed the attack. But, it's just, this was the first time I ever saw Benedict. Yes, I heard of Sherlock back then. I did, but Benedict Cumberbatch in the movie before. And this proved to me right and there that he was going to be a movie star. Guess what? Russ, 13 years later, he's a movie star. Like, he absolutely is a movie star. I mean, Khan or John Harrison, whatever you want to call him, he's the best villain in the Kelvin timeline. And that's saying a lot because I fucking love Nero. I love Nero. I even love Idris Elba
That's
and
racist.
beyond. But Khan is the best villain of this entire trilogy. I mean, my God, he's fucking menacing. At the same time, he's very sympathetic. But he's scary, man. He is scary. He doesn't fuck around. It's just when he's on screen, those are the introductory scene and that menacing music by Michael Giacchino plays as his face is shown. I mean, you know right then and there, this guy means business. I mean, and it's funny because at one point in the movie, they have to side him because RoboCop is being a fucking meanie in this movie. Peter Weller playing Admiral Marcus, you know, he might as well be George Bush. This might as well be his act. This might as well be the Patriot Act. He's trying to kill the Klingons, trying to start a war between the humans and the Klingons and all that stuff. It might as well be the Patriot Act. And, you know, it's really interesting commentary. And, like, the characters are even more defined. I mean, the characters are already brilliant in 09. But in this movie, it's even better. Like, look, Kirk, yeah, he still makes brash decisions like he did in the first movie. But even at the beginning of the movie, when you know, he goes back to save Spock, you know he had good intentions. But in the first movie, he would have fucking killed him. But, you know, you could tell the characters changed.
Yeah, it was to save his friend.
Yeah, he wants to save his friend. And that reminds me, like, you know, later on in the movie, right? Well, I'll talk about that scene later. But, like, he wants to save his friend. He cares about everybody on that damn ship. He cares. And sure, he fights with Pike about it. This is not the goal. This is not the goal. But he has their best interest in mind. He cares about them. Very much how, like, Ethan Hunt cares for the IMF team, you know? He's almost like his family, you know, his found family, if you will. And I feel like in this movie, Kirk has to go through a lot of personal sacrifices in here to the point where one of them almost costed his life just for the sake of, you know, the ship, you know, not killing anybody. Because remember, the fucking shit, the thing, the propeller thing, the gas was all gone and they were falling down to Earth and shit. And, you know, he makes that personal sacrifice, you know, for them. And then, you know, he sacrifices himself not only for them, but also for Spock. And the relationship, friendship between Kirk and Spock in this movie. Yeah, they have a little bit of tension here and there in this movie as well. But you could tell that they're friends now and they care about one another. Yeah, Spock is still about following the rules, but he cares about Kirk. By the end of it, he does care about Kirk. And, you know, it's almost like this brotherhood that they have. And I really fucking like that. I really like that a lot. This movie also proves that Sulu could have been the captain. Because when he takes control for those 20 minutes there, when they went down to Kronos, when he takes command of the ship, my God, is he a fucking leader. John Cho is fucking awesome in this movie. He really is. Of course, Scotty is hilarious. But again, Simon Pegg is pretty much good in almost anything, really. Almost
except
anything.
Ice Age 5.
And except for what's the fucking movie where you start with Kirsten? What the fuck? How to Lose Friends and Alienate People. I mean, he was okay in it, but this character was a douche, and that movie was not good. But what was the other movie he was not good in? Ice Age 5?
Ice Age 5.
Good, for fuck's sake. I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Was he in the Buck Wild one or no?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
And he was the best part of Buck Wild.
Oh my God. But yeah, I love all the other characters. Uhura gets a little bit more to do. She gets to speak Klingon and all this stuff. And you have that, you know, little bit of tension between her and Spock and they're fighting and all this other stuff. And then Bones is constantly getting irritated like he always does. As for the new characters, other than Khan, I already talked about Khan. Admiral Marcus is a piece of shit. Let's talk about his daughter, Carol, because I think she's actually a pretty good character. And yes, I think it's time to put the fucking elephant in the room in terms of her character. It's the scene.
Put the elephant in the room. What are you talking about? Romy isn't here.
It is.
It's the scene where they're gonna she's gonna go with she's gonna go in the ship and they're gonna go like set the fucking nuclear shit with the the cryostasis pod thing, but they don't know about it yet. And she and Kirk is talking to her and blah 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 yada yada, and then she told him to turn around because she's gonna change. And then Kirk, he respectfully does it, and then he looks back and she tells him turn around, and it's a people hate that the one shot, the one shot, and people called this scene sexist.
What?
I'm disagreeing. I'm going to tell you why. That's Kirk's character. Did you see the original Star Trek and how many fucking people, how many women and alien creatures he had sex with? Did you see the first movie when he was banging?
We're talking about titties from Star Trek in Darkness. So
did you
Plus,
see?
you get to see what's her name's tits. So why are you complaining?
But
I think the actress is Alice Eve, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
It's too bad she didn't have a career after this because I think she actually did a pretty good job in the role. It's too bad.
It's sad. It's sad to see what's her tits not having roles.
Oh God. But yeah, but I like the character because she pretty much betrays her own dad and she's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this because I know my dad's doing all these bad things. I want to do what's right here. And she's actually a strong character, I people think she's not a strong character just because of that one scene, but look at all the other scenes she's in. She's very I'm disappointed they didn't bring her back in Beyond because they were clearly setting her up to be in Beyond, but I don't know what happened because she's not in Beyond for anybody who hasn't seen Beyond. She's not in it at all. She's pretty much not even mentioned, although it takes place, Beyond starts, I think, midway through their 5-year mission in space. But, it's disappointing because I feel like the character had a lot of potential and it showed in this movie. So I don't understand why. I think it's because of that one scene. I swear to God, I think it's that one scene and people called it sexist. Damon Lindelof had to apologize for it. Alice Eve, actually, believe it or not, Alice Eve has gone on record saying she's proud of that scene, believe it or not. She's actually proud of that scene. I don't know what the context is in terms of why she's proud of it, but apparently she's proud of that scene. That's what I heard. So she doesn't regret it, which is good. So it's not like Harvey Weinstein gratuitous shit. So that at least, if she's okay with it, we all should be okay with it. So yeah, but yeah, that one scene, Kirk acts like that. Have you seen the first movie? I mean, my God, the green alien chick has just about as big of what's on her with her. Like, dude, that's just how Kirk acts. And she's one of Kirk's first scenes after the opening is him having a threesome with 2 alien chicks. That's literally one of his first scenes, and we don't complain about that. Come on. Great. They're gonna provoke my liberal card now. But yeah, I don't understand the point of that controversy. It was a non-existent controversy, and plus Michael Bay was more gratuitous than that scene. That shot only lasted for 2 seconds. Michael Bay goes on for over a minute in Transformers with the car and Megan Fox fixing the car. He goes for over a minute. J.J. Abrams showed fucking restraint. Yeah. But anyway, enough ranting. Other characters I could talk about who have arcs. Oh yes.
Titties.
I forgot to mention. Leonard Nimoy does reprise his role as Prime Spock in this movie, and he, our Spock, Kelvin Spock, talks to him for advice about how to defeat Khan. And believe it or not, I think that was the last movie Leonard Nimoy shot before he passed away. I think that was the last movie he was in. I think. But yeah, that scene's great. Talking about what happened in Wrath of Khan, and again, these first two Calvin timeline movies really set up what the legacy sequel would be. They're kind of reboots, but they're not. They're in they're in their own timeline, but the original Star Trek still exists. So they pretty much created the legacy sequel with these movies. And this is no exception because they take a lot from Wrath of Khan. When people say, "Oh no, this is just a remake of Wrath of Khan," I feel like they do a lot of things different compared to Wrath of Khan. You know, and it's just like more ambitious. The cinematography is I thought it was great in the first week. I think it's even better here. Like, of course, you have the typical J.J. Abrams, isms, lens flares, and then a scene of, something from far away zooming quickly to zooming up quickly to seeing what's going on. The action is fantastic, particularly the scene where they fight with the Klingons, and the scene where they're Kirk and Khan have to go through all that debris to save Scotty, and also the final fight with Spock and Khan is unbelievable. It really is. It's just fantastic, and the tension is just there from the very beginning. And it's a darker movie, but it's dark with a purpose. It's not like dark for the sake of being dark, and that's what I like. It has a sense of what it's trying to do. It's very confident in its vision. Michael Giacchino's score. Well, it's Michael Giacchino. What else?
I was gonna say, when is he not like that's like fucking. I'm trying to think of like a Tarantino. It's like when is he not good?
I mean, like I said before, with 2009,
shower, sweetie. Okay, I'll make sure to shut the door because I don't want the smoke to make me choke again.
So in terms of the score, of course, I've said before, his new Star Trek theme, is unbelievable, and the way he blends it with the actual theme music from the actual. Oh God, hold on.
Yeah.
Give me that booty. Give me that booty. Bend over. Bend over. Oh. Ooh. Mike's on.
Right, Victor's gone, and now I have to listen to Jason and his wife doing something.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. I'm about to put it in your ass.
Oh, yeah. It's my life now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm back on. I got interrupted. I'm back on.
Great, Victor. Now I don't have to feel uncomfortable listening to Jaden and his wife doing something.
No, too bad for him. Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm about to come.
Oh no. Oh no.
Anyways, speaking of gratuitous fan service,
that was more sexist than that one scene with Carol. That was more. Oh God. Also, in terms of where R2-D2 is in the movie, you remember the scene in the movie where Admiral Marcus's ship is attacking the Enterprise, and people are starting to get sucked out. I actually paused frame by frame just to see it. One of them that gets sucked out was R2-D2. R2-D2 gets sucked out. So in other words, he kind of, again, he is a droid, but I'm surprised they didn't put in there. Especially considering that the sound design is done by a lot of the Star Wars guys, like Ben Burtt, Dave Accord, Matthew Wood, voice of Grievous himself. They all did the sound design for the movie. And of course, the sound design, believe it or not, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Star Trek Into Darkness was the first movie to use Dolby Atmos. If it wasn't the first, it was one of the first. It was one of the first to use Atmos. I know for sure. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the sound design is fantastic. So yeah, anything else? Visual effects, fantastic, absolutely fantastic in the movie.
Indeed.
So I think the effects are arguably even better than the original. And the original is already fucking massive to begin with. Other than Gravity, this is the best visual effects of 2013.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree. I was about to say something. Thank you, Soren. Yeah, it was funnier. we were actually re-listening to it to see how good her. What was it again?
Oh God.
She sounded like an old lady that got murdered on The Sopranos, saying, "Oh no, oh no."
Okay, Gravity and Star Trek were nominated for the Oscars. Also nominated were Desolation of Smaug, which ironically also has Benedict Cumberbatch.
I am fire, I am death.
And also Iron Man 3 and The Lone Ranger.
Gravity probably won, rightfully so, but
It
Star Trek
did.
Into Darkness is a close second. It's a very close second. It's
Yeah,
a
Gravity
very
did win.
So, I love this fucking movie. And also I love too, in terms of like where the I forgot to mention this one scene. I love this particular scene. It's probably the best scene in the movie, where after Kirk somewhat sacrifices himself, he's dying and Spock goes to see him, and of course he's contaminated. He can't open the door, and they have this talk, and he asks him, Kirk tells him, the reason why I came back for you was because you're my friend, or something along that line. And it's heartbreaking and gut wrenching. And then
I love how they twisted, how they did that reverse from
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Wrath
from Wrath of Khan. And then, of course, Zachary Quinto shouting, Khan! And and Trekkies got pissed off with that. Fuck you, Trekkies. You don't like fun. I'm serious. I
You
think
did better than William Shatner. Yes, I said it.
I'm saying this right now. I don't care how many controversy I get. Trekkies do not like fun. Just like Star Wars fans don't like fun. They take themselves too damn seriously. Anyway, but yeah, I love that scene. I absolutely love, and it made sense. Everything in this movie made sense. Everything in this movie made sense. People were like, "Oh, it doesn't." It's honestly, these movies. I think some people actually have come to terms with Into Darkness. Like a lot of the new generation, like my generation, who watched this movie still loves it. I mean, my God. Like everybody, Star Trek fans treated Abrams like crap. Star Wars fans treated Abrams like crap. He deserves better. I'm hoping his next movie, which is apparently supposed to be a horror movie, is going to be any good. I forgot what it was called, but I know he's making another movie. It's with Glenn Powell.
Abrams.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's with Glenn Powell.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, it's untitled.
Okay, but yeah. So hopefully that's good. I would hope it's good. But yeah, yeah, the only people who don't hate his guts are Mission Impossible fans. And remember, Mission Impossible 3 saved the franchise after that garbage Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Abrams deserves a lot more credit. Yeah, I know Lost is my favorite show, and he co-created it. Although it's more Lindelof and Cuse's show than Abrams' show. But, and also, let's not forget stuff like Fringe, which I've never seen, but apparently Fringe is fucking fantastic. And Peter Weller was on Fringe as well, too. I think he did Fringe before Into Darkness. That's why he was cast. I think he was in Fringe before. But, he's a visionary. He's one of the only film directors I could say these days that are genuine. That's a genuine auteur. Just like Ryan Coogler is a genuine auteur. Dan Trachtenberg is coming very damn close to being an auteur. True visionaries who really do care about not only the movie they're making, but also entertaining people, and not some self-indulgent, pretentious crap like Ari Aster.
You shut your whore
Or
mouth.
Darren Aronofsky.
Slut.
Or, who else do I hate? Lars von Trier.
All right, I can't argue with you on that one.
Super 8 is underrated. That movie is the better version of Stranger Things. That movie
That's
is
a better version of E.T.
No, I wouldn't go. That's not really E.T. It's more like World of Worlds and Stranger Things combined. But Super 8, that is a phenomenal movie too. Phenomenal movie. So yeah, I think he just deserves better. But with Star Trek Into Darkness, I feel like this is why Beyond didn't do so well, because Justin Lin directed Beyond, if memory serves me correctly, and I think he did a good job for the most part. But it wasn't the same. And there's certain elements of Beyond that felt too fast and furious. Like, for example, the scene with Kirk on his motorcycle. Oh my God, cut this shit out. This is Fast and Furious. This is not Star Trek to me. I mean, certain elements.
Plus they had to, and plus they had to deal with other movies like Finding Dory and Suicide Squad.
I like Beyond. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but it's definitely the weakest of them. If Abrams did the third movie, I think it would have been a lot more ambitious. And plus, Beyond is a lot more smaller scale than these two movies. Like Into Darkness, in terms of the peak, in terms of like the scope, it's bigger in scope than Beyond was. Beyond it is a little bit more grounded. I still like Beyond though, but it just doesn't feel the same to me. What I like about Beyond is that it's a more character-driven story compared to the first two movies, although they are strong on character as well. But yeah, and the editing, forget it. There's not one scene that needed to be cut. I don't think there's one scene that needed to be cut. Because J.J. Abrams, I love his editing style. He lets certain scenes play out, but in the action, it's like fast. Not like Bruckheimer fast cutting, but like you could see what's going on. It's similar in some ways how Cloverfield was edited in some ways, even though he didn't direct that movie, but he was a producer on it. Certain scenes in Lost that are action scenes are cut like that.
Lost
for
reference.
example, in season 1, episode 12, or is it 11? No, it's episode 11. Season 1, episode 11. Remember when Jack went to go beat the shit out of Ethan Rom and how that scene was edited? It's very similar to what happens in these two Star Trek movies. So yeah. It's a great movie. It's a masterpiece. Star Trek Into Darkness is a 6 out of 5 movie. Without a doubt, it's a 6 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Chayton?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 too. The performances, the cinematography, the score, the CGI.
The script was well scripted.
Yeah, the script was well scripted. The script was well scripted. I agree with that a lot. So yeah, I love this movie. Fuck you, Trekkies. If you don't like the fact that if you don't like, but I like this movie, go away. I hate to be that mean, but come on, grow up.
That's mean.
That's like Star Trek fans need to not Star. I already said that. Star Wars fans also need to grow up. But anyway, is there anybody's birthday before I go to the wheel? Is there anybody's birthday? But no birthdays this week. That I need to add any requests before I could go ahead and spin the wheel now? Is there anybody who has a birthday? Is anybody?
I think one guy in the
who wants it? Who wants it? Whoever wants it and whose birthday? I don't know. And I'm seeing silence. I don't think we have anybody. At least not this week. It seems like with the last couple, we had a couple. But I guess we can spin the wheel now. Come on. Get the fucking thing working. No, not that. Not that. This. Good. And by the way, I put fucking ad blocker on for the first time in I think when we go on hiatus, I put fucking ad blocker on because fuck YouTube and their ads and fuck ads in general. So that's why I put fucking ad blocker on.
I got a question before we spin it. What's going to happen with Tom's picks?
That's a good question. I don't know what to do with them.
I'd say if it lands on one,
maybe just leave him. Maybe just leave him.
I mean,
I don't have an issue with that.
I don't know what to do with it right now. To be honest,
I didn't think of that. It's up to Victor in regards to what he wants to do, but
I mean, we could do it.
I think you kept Williams' picks after he left.
Yes, I did. I think it only makes sense.
So I think you should keep Tom.
I think it only makes sense. I think it only makes sense to keep Tom's. Except I'll probably make it black or something, or make it different color. But anyway, 3, 2, 1, and go. Please no bad movie. Please no bad movie. Please no bad movie. Especially after this movie. Don't give me a bad movie. Don't give me a bad movie. It's not Christmas yet. Why are we reviewing Die Hard?
Hey.
Well, it is a summer blockbuster.
Die Hard. Die Hard's next week.
Well, it is.
But it's not Christmas yet.
Fuck that, because she still owes me Die Hard because I had to watch Rent.
Fine. Just because she owes you owe her Die Hard because of rent. Fuck it, we'll do Die
No,
Hard. Fuck it.
no. She owes me to watch because she's never seen Die Hard. I had to watch the movie Rent.
Oh Jesus Christ, that must be a torturous experience.
Yes, it
yes.
was.
I guess we will do fucking Die Hard. Die Hard is one of my favorite movies, to be fair, and son, one of my favorite action movies of the era and all that other stuff. Believe it or not, I never seen Die. You know what? I'm gonna make a plan for myself. I'm gonna watch the first 3 Die Hard movies this week. I'm gonna watch the first 3. Maybe I'll put in Live for Your Die Hard, but I am not watching Good Day to Die Hard. Nobody is gonna fucking catch me dead watching A Good Day to Die Hard.
That movie doesn't exist, even though it's in the Blu-ray I just showed.
Oh jeez. And because I never saw Die Hard 2 or Die Hard 3. I've only seen the first one. I never even seen Live for Your Die Hard either. And I would like to, especially I heard Die Hard 3. Some people consider that better than the original. I know some people who like that movie better. So I would like to watch Die Hard with a Vengeance. So, yeah, we're doing Die Hard. Without a doubt, we're doing Die Hard. And we're going to do the best. This is the of all time. We're doing it in the middle of June. Granted, didn't Die Hard come out in June?
I think so, yeah.
I swear it. So I guess it kind of counts because even though it is a Christmas movie, actually it came out in July. It didn't come out in June. It came out in July. But still, close enough. So if the people who went to go see it that summer, still watched it, even though it was a Christmas movie, it doesn't matter. I guess we could review Die Hard. It's like sort of like how if we do, but again, if we ever review what other Christmas adjacent movie that's like that, Spider-Man No Way Home, I guess.
Yes.
Lethal Weapon. That's a movie I really want to review. Lethal Weapon, which is the 4K is coming out soon. I actually saw it on iTunes for $19, all 4 of them. So I might buy that after I'm done. I've been buying a lot of digital copies lately. Maybe I'm gonna do a digital movie collection update next week if I run out of material. But again, I heard next week Final Destination Bloodlines is coming to digital, so I'm gonna probably watch all the Final Destination movies again, and then watch Bloodlines on Tuesday or whenever the fucking digital copy comes out, and I'll watch Bloodlines for the first time because I really wanted to see Bloodlines. So yeah, that's it for the fucking episode. Stay tuned next week for Die Hard, and potentially, I would hope nobody buys that fucking bathwater. No, don't buy that bathwater. I swear to God.
Practically a scam.
I would have bought it, but it sold out.
No, that shit is fucking disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Yeah, the fact that she signed off on putting her bathwater as soap, like, my God, are you only relying on your boobs and not your talent? Jesus Christ. I still haven't seen a movie where she's good in. I still haven't. And I know that one Apple movie she's in is coming out this weekend. It's probably going to be bad, too. It's too bad because that other, I think it's called Echo Valley. It stars Julianne Moore, and I love Julianne Moore. But
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Barely in that movie. Was she in it for what 5 minutes? And I don't think she even says anything. It's Margaret Qualley who gets most of the lines. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I've seen it.
And let's see how Eden turns out for her.
I heard it's shit. I heard it's shit. In Toronto, they shit it. It created Toronto International Festival. I heard it was shit. And it got booted to Vertical Entertainment. Vertical, other than Your Monster and Emily the Criminal, makes nothing but garbage. But Bride Hard, I saw the trailer for that before the final reckoning. Bride Hard, that has to be one of the worst trailers I've seen in a long time, other than Smurfs. I forgot to mention Bride Hard. That movie looks so bad. Dude. It looks like with Rebel Wilson. Oh my God. Bad. We're getting out of here. Goodbye. I have to change the fucking credits at the end. Next week I have to change the fucking credits because Tom's name's gonna be in the credits too. God damn, I gotta change everything next week. Trust me, I'm gonna have to update the intro slightly and tweak it a little bit, and I have to use my new editing software that I bought. Anyway, that's a story for another time.